Let me see if this is streaming. Let's make this happen. All right, what's going on, people? What's popping? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. All right, let's see if we got everything going. So, today, I'm going to be talking about, guys who are scared to basically flirt with chicks. You feel what I'm saying? Looney Tunes, what's going on? And real quick, before you guys forget, I have a Easter holiday sale. What up, Antonio? I got an Easter holiday sale that is up until this Sunday, where when you join the Bad Boy membership, you get 3 products for free. You get the Bad Boys Guide to Dating. You also get Step Up Your Dating Game audio seminar and the Simple Way to Talk to Women audio. So if you guys want to take advantage of that, you have until Sunday. What's up, Sean Steed, Eric Reyes? Oh, Johnny, what's good, my dude? Chase, you said I look like Chief Keef. Hilarious. That's funny. But yeah, if you guys make sure you take advantage of that Easter sale, because it's only from now up until April 16th. Up until April 16th, 11:59, you can get on that sale. So that means you join the Bad Boy membership, and then you get the my DVD, The Bad Boys Guide to Dating, for free. And it comes with the Step Up Your Dating Game audio and the Simple Way to Talk to Women. And all those combined actually cost $297. Did a video about it the other day. I said $275 by mistake, but it's actually $297. But you get all of that shit for free if you join the membership before Sunday. So make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com, click the link below. I'm going to have the link for Bad Boy Membership, and you can make it happen. All right, so what's good? Who's up in here? Trav Harmon, Brian Waves, Rob Rico, Staying Ready, 10 p.m., Mark B2 Raw. What's going on? So, I wanted to talk real quick about being scared to flirt with women, right? And so I wanted to just give you a little story to illustrate what I'm talking about, right? I was at a party a few weeks back, right? And I'm there with my boy, and we chilling there, and then there's this dude talking to this girl. So we see him talking to the girl, but he's just talking regular, just on some regular shit. He's not really stepping it up. He's not really flirting. It's just straight regular talk, small talk for like a half an hour. So my boy is like, yo, the chick he's talking to is bad, but, my boy didn't want to cock block, homeboy. So he said, look, I'm going to give him another 15 minutes. And if he ain't turning it up, I'm going to, come through and do what I got to do, right? So this dude, he keeps talking. He's just not saying it. He's not really flirting with the girl. He's just doing so much small talk. So then my boy came into the situation. He starts talking to both of them. He's talking to the guy and the girl. And he's just like, yo, what's up? How y'all doing? Blah, 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 blah. So, he's talking to the dude and he's talking to the girl. And all 3 of them is talking. And then literally this other dude comes in the party that the other guy who wasn't flirting with the chick, he knew the guy. So he turned around for a quick maybe minute to acknowledge the other dude. So he's talking to the guy who's not flirting, is talking to another guy, and then my boy is talking to the girl right now. Now that the girl was basically just talking to my boy just started turning up the flirting heavy, right? So as soon as this dude turns around, my boy's talking to the girl, and he's like, listen, I've been checking you out for the past like half an hour. You fine as shit, and blah, blah, blah. He's going through all of that. And so she's giggling, she's getting all, this and this and that. And this other dude who wasn't flirting with her, he's still talking to this nigga that just came into the party that he know. So he's talking to this guy for like maybe 15 minutes. My boy's still flirting with the girl. And literally within 10 minutes, my boy is tongue kissing the chick, right? So the guy who was not flirting with her turned around and saw. And so he had this look on his face like, oh shit, like what the fuck just happened? But then he sort of like, gave my boy this look like, and I got to give him credit. He wasn't hating. He sort of just gave him this look like, all right, you got that. You understand? But the only reason My boy got it was because he was flirting. And this is why I be trying to tell y'all niggas, you have to flirt. See, if you're scared to flirt, shit's not going to go anywhere. That first guy, he was scared to fucking flirt. You feel what I'm saying? And then so if you're scared to flirt, the shit ain't going to go nowhere. The flirting is the fucking glue that sticks you and the chick together. You understand what I'm saying? Happy Just 69, you said, how do you flirt without coming off as creepy? You basically you have to get that creepy shit out of your head. That's how you come across as you're gonna see. This is the thing. Let's talk about this creepiness shit, right? First of all, creepiness doesn't exist. You're only creepy depending on the girl who is talking to you. So if the girl doesn't like you, she's gonna say you're a creep. Period. You understand what I'm saying? If the girl likes you, you're not a creep. So who a creep is and creepiness all depends on the girl, how much she likes you. But see, you're not going to know how much she likes you in a lot of cases unless you start talking to her. See, a lot of dudes be waiting for chicks to fucking go up and, or a chick to choose. They're like, I'm not going to talk to a girl unless she chooses. Kathia Reeve, what's going on? You said, does that apply for you girls too? As far as what, y'all being creeps? Hold on, let me give you guys the numbers. Number 646-481-3901. So if you want to call in, you can call in. But this is the thing. You're only a creep depending on if she's feeling you or not. Don't let that creepy shit deter you, because if you think you're going to be a creep, that's what's going to stop you from talking to her. You understand what I'm saying? The creepy shit does not fucking exist. It only exists in the mind of the girl. Right? Now, you can do certain things in front of a woman that will, that might make her uncomfortable. But at the end of the day, a lot of her uncomfortability, or basically I should say all of her uncomfortability as far as her emotionally, has to do with her. You feel what I'm saying? So if she is feeling uncomfortable, she's feeling creeped out, or whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean, that's all coming from her, her own thing. What up for life? One Deep, what's going on? Dirty Weasel, what's good? What's poppin'? You said, is it okay to approach chicks while you're feeling anxiety? Yeah. In fact, I would say approach them, you should approach them whenever, but if you do feel anxiety, that you should still do it. Because this is the thing, a lot of the anxiety that you're feeling, again, that's an illusion also. That feeling of anxiety is coming from that fear. And the fear is coming from what you think might happen. You're thinking a bad thing's going to happen if you go up to her. You're thinking she's going to ignore you. She's going to reject you, all this other stuff. So once you start talking to her and you see that it's not a big deal, even if she does reject you, that anxiety will basically, dissipate in most cases. You feel what I'm saying? Albert Michelson, you said, can a below average guy flirt with 10 out of 10 women and attract them easily? Dude, I've been saying this forever. Yes. You see what I'm saying? You look. First of all, again, and this is why the fucking mind is so important. A woman being a 10 out of 10 basically is an opinion. So a chick who's a 10 to you might be a 5 to me, and a chick who's a 10 to me might be a 5 to you. So there is no fucking there is no fact that this woman is a 10. Even if a whole bunch of people saying she's a 10, that means that for those people, they think she's a 10. There's other people who doesn't think she's a 10. So with that being said, you approaching her and you getting her has to do 100% with your comfortability. Your comfortability has to do with how you view yourself and how you view women when you deal with them. So if you're comfortable around women, period, and you're not letting how, good looking she is affect you, then you're going to be cool. You understand? If you see a girl and you think she's a 10, and by you thinking she's a 10, that gets you nervous and anxious, that's the thing that's not going to make you get her. You understand? It's really about your comfortability and how you, talk to these chicks. Although I think somebody was just calling, but their phone kind of fucked up. But you guys can call back. All right. All right, let's see what's going on. What's poppin'? Who's this?
This is Chris.
Chris, what's going on? From where?
Calling from Louisiana.
What's going on with you?
What's going on, player?
Chilling.
Yeah, man. I had a question for you, right quick, man.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to celebrate my birthday this weekend. I'm going to New Orleans this weekend. I want to know if you had any advice for me on getting shit popping.
Right. So what you trying to have some birthday sex? You trying to get these chicks you trying to get some smash for your birthday or something? Like what are you trying to do?
Yeah, and I'm going to the city for 3 days, so I'm trying to get some numbers.
Wow,
trying to get something back to the room.
Right.
And just trying to create some options for myself.
And when you said you go in there, when you going over there?
So I'm leaving in about probably like the next hour and a half, next 2 hours.
Oh, so you leaving like right now, like you leaving today?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Celebrate for the weekend.
Shit. All right. So this is what you should. I mean, you could still sort of do this now as you're on your way there. But I would say anytime you go into another spot, and you're gonna be there for a while, you need to really utilize your online game heavy. Meaning you should have some shit set up there before you got there. You feel what I'm saying? Like you should have some chicks in that area saying, yo, I'm gonna be here from this day to this day. When you free, let's get together. So that's one thing. You know what I'm saying? So you could still sort of do that. You know what I mean?
I've been doing the online thing a little bit.
Right. So still you could try to set that up as you're on your way there. Now, when you're there, basically you're gonna be at a hotel or something like that.
I'm staying by one of my boys.
Okay, so but does he have like room for you to bring chicks back and do all the other extra shit?
I hope so. If not, I'll probably just get a room like on some spontaneous shit or use the whip or something.
And see, this is the thing. This is what I want to tell you is that a lot of times when you're in a situation like this, it has to do with logistics. So I always tell guys, yo, you got to pre-plan all this shit. You feel what I'm saying? So if okay, I'm gonna be at this place for these few days, you got to figure out, who you could hook up with before you even get there. Because you can always talk to chicks when you're there and all the other stuff. You also got to plan out, okay, if I do get a chick who is gonna make it happen with me, where am I gonna take her? You feel what I'm saying? How am I gonna get from point A to point B? Like, do you have transportation out there? Like, how you getting around? Like, what's the situation with that?
Oh, I'm taking my car.
Okay, so you got your car. Okay, so that's good. So you got your car. So all you really need is to talk to your boy and see, listen, to be like, yo, is there a way where I could bring chicks back? If not, then you got to find out maybe, a cheap spot around there that you could, make something happen with the chicks. You feel what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Right, and so what I would say is that you exhaust the online shit, figure out your logistics, but also while you're out there, you got to figure out the hot spots and what's going on those nights, and then just try to hit up chicks there. And what I would tell you to do is this: you got to go extremely direct with these chicks. You feel what I'm saying? Like. Extremely, like, and let them know, like, yo, this your birthday. So, be like, look, it's my birthday, trying to have some fun, blah, blah, blah. We should come back. I'm not from around here. I'm going to be only here for a few days. You got to, turn it up that much. You understand what I'm saying? Because, a chick, if she's, you don't want to be down with dealing with these chicks where you going indirect, you hanging out with them for a long time, and then shit don't really go anywhere. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And it don't go anywhere. You wasted a lot of time working on this one girl for the whole night. Like, don't do that shit. You got to sort of base, and this is what we talking about flirting today's show, is that you got to start that flirting heavy as soon as possible. Like, you meet a girl at the bar, at the club, whatever, and you talk to her for maybe like a minute or so, just some small talk, and then you just go straight into the flirting just to see her reaction, see how she's feeling it, and then you pull as soon as possible to wherever that spot is. Either it's that hotel or it's your boy's house. And I would say try to make sure you're in close proximity to the spots where you're trying to pull him back to. You feel what I'm saying? So what I mean is, if your boy, where does your boy live? Does he live around any hot spots? Like, what's the distance between him and the places y'all gonna be hanging out at?
He told me he doesn't live too far from the spot he wants to take us to tonight.
Right.
He said a lot of celebrities and shit be going there. So
right.
I don't know. He was describing the place. So I'm just gonna let him show me around tonight. But I've been checking out stuff on Eventbrite. Just trying to do a little research on the hot spots in the city.
Right. So yeah, I would definitely say. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say they got Bourbon Street if all else fails.
Right. So definitely, dude, I would say, yo, you gotta make sure that your logistics are on point. You understand what I'm saying? Because that logistic shit, meaning, and for those who don't know what the logistics are, that basically means that you have everything set up to where it'll flow. You understand, to where you can get the girl from point A to point B. Meaning, if because you don't want this to happen. This is gonna fuck your whole shit up. You're gonna meet some chick. She's gonna be cooperating as hell. She's gonna be cooperating like crazy. And you ain't got nowhere to fucking take her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't take her back to your boy's house. You ain't set up no shit with you don't know where no hotels is. And the thing with women is that you have to make sure you're moving in a flow that is smooth. Any bumps and hiccups within the flow of you going from point A to point B is going to be the thing that makes her change your mind. So you want to know already, okay, I got this chick, she's ready to go, I'm taking her here, we going here, we doing it, and it's everything is flowing. You don't want to get a chick and be like, shit, now I gotta find a hotel. You understand? Like, that's gonna take up too much time and energy, and she's probably gonna get disinterested and keep it moving. You feel what I'm saying? So I would say just make sure you got your logistics right, and make sure you try to find girls who are near the vicinity with where your logistics are gonna be at. You understand what I'm saying?
For sure, yeah. And can you give a few more tips on flirting?
Right.
Sometimes in certain situations, it's hard to flirt, especially like if I'm let's say I'm at McDonald's at a drive-thru and I like the girl that's taking my order.
Right.
Like sometimes I just can't think of something to say, or just like if girls on the pass by. Can you talk a little more about that? Just creating that flirty type of vibe, type of energy on what to do to create that.
Right. Well, the thing is, especially with a situation like that, if you're talking to a girl who's at her job, like she's at McDonald's, or a chick at the she's taking you at a clothing store, she works there, whatever. Any of those type of situations, you have to be extremely quick as possible. And this is why I tell guys, you got to get cards or business cards or some shit, because you got to literally give that shit to the girl so quick and on the slick, because you don't want her seeing. You don't want her seeing that. You don't want anybody at her job seeing you do that. You feel what I'm saying? Because the thing is, she could get embarrassed by the fact that you're trying to holler at her job, and then people be talking at the job, and they be like, "Oh, so and so, this guy came in and he was trying to holler at her and all this other dumb shit." I think my man just cut off, but I'm gonna keep it going. But so if you guys are, talking to chicks at at their job, or it's a place where the shit needs to be quick. You feel what I'm saying? You have to have a card with you, a business card, says your name, number, email address, and slide it to them on the low. Be like, listen, I know you're working right now, so look, I want to give you my number. I need you to call me on Monday. We got to get together and make something happen, because I think you're cute. You understand? And that's it. You keep it moving. All right, what's popping? Who's this?
Hey, what's up, man? This is Tyrone from Minnesota.
What's going on, bro? What's happening with you?
Yeah, I only got a few seconds left. Yeah, my boy right here, me and him going back and forth. Me and him going back and forth on the whole being shy thing, and I'm telling him, like, it just all depends on the guy.
Right.
Like, me and him, we have some similarities and differences and whatnot. And, I told him, like, back then, I used to be real shy. One time I had an escort at my house.
Oh, wow.
And I was just I had an escort at my house. I was just too nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't do anything. And mind you, this was when I was a real nice guy. And, she didn't hit me back because I was just too nice and I was just being a simp about it.
And this is an escort? You said this is an escort?
Yeah, she was an escort.
Wow. Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm there. That's crazy.
Locario, this is E from Minnesota. I'm Tyrone's friend.
Oh, what's going on with you?
Nothing much, man. Just chilling. So I was telling Tyrone that if you have an escort at your house, there's no need to be shy. Just go straight at it.
Well, first of all, hold on. First of all, why y'all messing with escorts? That's the first thing I want to know. You know what I'm saying?
Not me. That was him.
He's the
one messing with an escort.
Why you gotta tell your boy to stop messing with escorts though?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, if he's so shy, how did you even get to mess with this escort in the first place? How did you end up bringing her to your crib? And then you still shy to do anything? I mean, that's basically free pussy right there.
Right.
But, like, why are you shy? If you're really that shy, how did you even end up in that situation in the first place?
Well, that's the thing. A lot of shy guys, they use escorts because it's easy, because all you're really doing is paying them to fuck with you. My question is, how you fuck with an escort and you still ain't hit or you ain't do nothing and you scared to, you know what I mean? Like, first of all, you shouldn't be messing with escorts, period. Like, get that out of your system. Like, stop. Like, you gotta stop that shit. Like, period.
And he keeps telling me that's just depend on the guy. I'm like, nah, like,
look,
an escort. I don't care how shy you are. You should be.
Right. And that's gonna make his situation worse. You feel what I'm saying? Because the more you deal with escorts and, you know, hoes and all these other type of joints, what you're doing is you're basically telling yourself you can't make shit pop. You feel me?
I had that back on the phone.
Right.
I was telling him, like, that's how it used to be back then, though. That's how it used to be back then. And, like, you know, and like how you were saying, like, some guys are just, you know, too nice or don't get shit happening and whatnot. But I used to be, I was young back in that time, you know, so that's just how it was. And, you know, I had a couple of times where I was sleeping with a couple of females and I ain't doing anything for them because I was just too nice.
Right.
I was just too nice. I was in my simp days back in that time.
Okay. So you're not fucking with escorts no more though, right?
No, because I ain't got time to pay for that.
You ain't got time to pay for that. Yo, that's good that you ain't doing it no more. You feel what I'm saying? Right. So listen.
But I was telling him, like, as I got older, I just didn't really give a fuck about what anybody else thought.
Right.
So I was just, you know, I can care less right now. So, you know, if I'm going to flirt with a female, I'm going to flirt with a female. I mean, I ain't going to be outcome dependent on it. I mean, if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't.
Right.
You know, so, but no, it's just that I was telling him that, you know, because I'm a late bloomer, and he, you know, he did it. The only difference is he just went for it when he was much younger for me. It took me a long time to develop that confidence.
Right.
That's why I was telling him it depends on the guy as far as the whole confidence level and whatnot. That's what I was trying to tell him.
Okay, I got what you're saying. Well, the thing is too is like every guy sort of has to develop, you know, on his own to come into his own confidence and his own comfortability with dealing with women. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what we're talking about, you know, today with the whole flirting thing is that. But at the end of the day, that guy still has to get to the point where he's comfortable flirting with girls or nothing's going to happen for him. You feel what I'm saying? That's the thing that I'm trying to get across to a lot of these dudes. But yo, I'm gonna take a few more calls. But thank you for calling, man. I appreciate that shit, man.
Yeah, man. You have a good day. Thanks.
All right, man. Take care. All right, you guys, you gotta stop messing with these escorts, man. Oh my goodness, you gotta stop with the shit. Because also, you know, when you pay for pussy, you know, you're sending a bad message to the woman. You understand what I'm saying? You're sending a very bad message to the woman and just women in general when you participate in that and you co-sign that, because what you're doing is that you're putting yourself below a woman by paying her for her pussy. You feel what I'm saying? And the girl cannot actually respect you for that, because so you're not even, the chick's not even respecting you at that point, and you know you're starting off on a bad foot because now she's looking at you like you're beneath her. You feel what I'm saying? And then you know, you ain't gonna really be attracting chicks in that manner doing that type of bullshit. Yo, what up?
What up? It's Johnny. What's going on?
What's popping with you? What's going on with you, man?
Oh, ain't nothing, man. I'm actually out in the city right now. I'm link up with some people, maybe do some day game out there, trying to
That's what's
get
up.
the feet wet for the weather is nice. Still, I have a question.
Right.
It's kind of redundant, but I'm hearing it. Is it better to get my number, or do I get their number? Like, I hear like you're going, you know, the ball is in your court if you're giving their number out, you know, if you're giving your number to them, or
right.
It's better. Then one person will say, "Oh, it's better to get their number." Like, what do you personally feel?
Right. Well,
you know, see, I got the business cards and everything. Right.
Well, see, the thing is, it's not. It depends on what your level, like what you're trying to do at the end of the day. Because I would sometimes just give chicks my number most of the time because one, you know, I want to only fuck with women who are 100% into me. So I'm sort of just testing them to see how much they're into me to see if they're gonna call. So I give them my card or whatever. I give them my number. I say, listen, call me at this day at this time. And so some of them call and some of them don't. You feel what I'm saying? But the ones that call, I already know, 100% that they're into me. You understand? Sometimes I might just exchange numbers with a chick. You understand what I'm saying? And then I already have her number, but I never really told her to call me yet. So since I didn't tell her to call me, I might hit her up and say, yo, what's good? What you doing, this weekend or whatever. And then some of the girls, they'll respond. Some of the girls won't. You feel what I'm saying? And sometimes I might just get her number and I won't even give her my number. And then I'll text her and say, yo, let's get together. And some of the girls will respond, some won't. So at the end of the day, no matter what way you do, some of the girls are going to call you. Some of the girls are not going to call you. All it depends on, though, is how you want to do it and the amount of work you want to put in. So if you don't really want to put in that much work to get the chicks to really fuck with you like that, you just give them your information and tell them to call you, right? If you don't mind actually texting them or whatever first, then you could do that. See, but the thing is, each has its pros and cons, because you're going to have certain girls who you tell them to call you, and they'll be feeling you, but they're not feeling you enough to where, I wouldn't say feeling you enough, but they're not comfortable enough to make that first call, even though you tell them to call you. And then by you calling them, you could have probably got them. You feel what I'm saying? See, the girls who are gonna call you, like when you tell them to call you, those are the ones that are fucking 100,000% into you. But you can have a girl who's like into you, but she thinks you're cute and all that. She likes your vibe, and she still won't call you because her nervousness is more powerful than her attraction for you. So she's like, oh, I'm scared to call this guy because what if he doesn't pick up? What if he ignores me? And then she's nervous that might happen. You understand? So then you might lose out on that girl because she's scared to hit you up. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's not really any better one to do. It's just more so what type of work do you want to put in. But the thing is, when you give a girl your number, it does also, the good thing about that is that it starts a dynamic where she's sort of chasing you and she's sort of trying to get at you, so that you're starting the interaction as, her in that zone of trying to come at you or trying to chase you. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of guys ask, how do you get the girl to chase? That's how you get her to chase you. You have to give her your number first. You feel what I'm saying? And tell her to holler at you.
Yeah, and what about like if you at an event and you go to like one of those marketing or networking events, would you advise to like going direct or whatever? Like, how like you say you can go direct in like 2 minutes, hey, how you doing? I think you look cute and you get the number.
Right.
Would it be wise to do that at like an event and going like work in the room, going direct in the whole room, like there was like bad chicks over there?
So you're saying like if you're at an event and you're gonna be there for a while and you sort of walking around talking to different girls and everything.
Bad chicks in there.
Right. Well,
like yo.
Yeah, well, the thing is, you can do that. You understand? You could do that, but what you want to do is you don't want to necessarily do it all the time in front of the last girl you did it to. You feel what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Right. That's really all it is. It's just sort of like, you like if you talk to a girl here and then you like, hey, let me get your number, blah, 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 you cute. You don't want to talk to the girl that's literally half a foot away from her and she done heard and saw everything you was doing and do the same exact thing. You feel what I'm saying? But if you at one side of the room and then you go all the way on the other side of the room where people can't hear you or see what the fuck you're doing, then it doesn't really matter. You feel what I'm saying? But also in those situations when you have more time, what's good about that is that you don't necessarily need to go direct. You could sort of go more indirect and then figure out if you want to even like take it a step further. You understand what I'm saying? Because like I remember one time I was at this event and I went direct really quick with this chick, bad chick, got her number. We went out. You feel what I'm saying? And we went to get drinks or whatever. And we was going back and forth with the drinks. Like I paid for some, she paid for some, and everything like that. And we probably spent like an hour and a half together making out, all this other shit. Next thing you know, we talking, and this girl tells me that she got 3 kids. You feel what I'm saying? So my thing is, I'm not really into chicks with kids. You feel what I'm saying? Like that. I'm just not. I'm just not into it. So that shit kind of ruined it for me. But that's something I could have found out. Spending a little bit more time talking to her, because I actually had the time to talk to her when we first met because we was at an event. So I could have found all that shit out and not went on a date with her and spend all that time and money, and I don't really want to fuck with her like that no more. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what's good about the event joint. So you could go either way, but just know that you can figure out more shit if you take some more time at those events. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay. All right, man.
Definitely,
man.
I
appreciate that, man.
Definitely, man. I'm holler at you, yo.
All right, peace.
All right, peace. That's my dude, Johnny. That's my dude right there. So yeah, man. Let me see what's going on in the chat room with you guys. Well, let me see, because I know Albert Michelson hit me up. He said something. Let me see what you were saying over here. He said if a girl is really physically attractive on the objective point of view, I mean, she has nice legs, nice clean skin, nice breasts, anything symmetrical face, what is her rate of attractiveness? See, again, this is what you guys got to really, really, really understand. You understand? It doesn't matter how hot you think a chick is. There is no woman that is universally a 10 to anybody. Do you understand what I'm saying? To anybody. Now, there could be a woman who is, considered a 10 to the scope of most guys or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? But it's never going to be 100%. But also, again, it depends on how you react to the girl. If you are fucking scared and nervous to flirt with a girl or talk to a girl and do all this other shit because she's hot, then you need to work on yourself. You need to work on how fucking comfortable you are around these women. You feel what I'm saying? You got to work on that shit. Because if you don't, you're going to always be, scared and tripped up when it comes to talking to hot girls or girls you think are hot. Because what you're doing is that you're making it a habit to condition your mind to be nervous about women that you think is attractive. You understand? Everything that you're doing, and that you keep doing, you're reinforcing it to your brain. You're conditioning yourself to respond and act a certain way when these certain things happen. So if you keep seeing hot girls, and every time you see a hot girl, you get nervous, you get scared, you feel like you can't talk to her, you feel like she's out of your league, that's the thing that's going to keep going on. That's going to be part of your reality. You feel what I'm saying? You have to switch that shit up. You feel what I'm saying? Valiant Gent, what's going on? Who's up in Mestizo Alpha Supreme? What's popping? You said you approached the chick at Starbucks 25 minutes ago and told her, I think you're beautiful, but I like girls with substance. I wrote a 10 paragraph of the qualities I'm looking for in a girl. What? Hilarious. You guys are funny, man. You guys are funny. But yeah, the calling number is 646-481-3901. But yeah, you gotta be comfortable flirting with women, right? And the thing that's gonna make you more comfortable flirting with women is actually first starting to flirt with women and then seeing the positive reactions you're going to get when you flirt with chicks. You understand what I'm saying? It's a very exciting feeling to start flirting with a woman and seeing her reaction to you in a positive way, meaning she is actually into what you're doing. She's showing signs of interest, right? She is sexually attracted to you. You understand? And then so what happens is that you're going to want to get more of that reaction, not only from her, but from other women. And by you being able to be comfortable flirting with women, you're going to get more of that reaction. Now, on the flip side, you have to be okay with getting the opposite reaction, meaning that you can flirt with a girl and she's not going to be responding well to it, meaning she's not going to be down for what you're doing. You understand? She's going to back up. She's going to be like, oh, what are you doing? Why are you talking to me like that? And this and this. You understand? She's going to be on that type of shit. But either way, what's going to happen is in order for you to get that positive reinforcement, like my dude Dirty Weasel's talking about in the chat room, in order to get that positive reinforcement, you have to be able to be okay with the quote-unquote negative reinforcements. You understand what I'm saying? because you're not gonna get the positive without the negative. You understand? And you say, what if you try to flirt and you look goofy? It's better to flirt and look goofy than to not flirt. You understand what I'm saying? It's better to put yourself out there than to not put yourself out there at all. Because you looking goofy, a lot of times is just you thinking that you're goofy. The other girl might not even think you're goofy. That's, you know, a lot of that's coming from you. Now, let me see who's this. What's going on? Who's this?
Hey, what's up?
What's going on? Who's this?
Hey, this is Leonel Ferreira. I'm in your chat room.
Who is this?
Leonel Ferreira. I'm in the chat.
Okay, what's going on, bro? What's poppin' with you? From the UK,
yeah,
right?
Man. Yeah, man. They're calling from the UK.
That's what's up. So what's going on with you?
Yeah, man. I don't have really like a particular question, but I just want to like say like for all your work, for all your information, and I will kind of like share like the first time like I met well, I got to know like your work. Well, I kind of heard your advert on Turkey Sheets show, and then the next week I was like at work. Like this particular time I was working like in a hotel, and like all of a sudden like this like beautiful like blonde chick came in. And I'm not even lying. Like everybody was just like stopped. Like all the guys that were working stopped and just like looked. And so I was like interested. So I was like, I asked one of the girls I knew her. So who's that chick? They said like, oh yeah, she does flowers or whatever. She has a fiance. She's gonna get married pretty soon. I was like, oh damn, she's gonna get married, but she looks so good. I want to holler.
Right.
I still want to holler. No, yeah. So I went home and. I listened to your show. I listened to one of your show about like not being afraid to approach women, whatever fear you have, and I took that in. The next day I went to work, and I started talking to her, started hollering at her, making some cool conversation. Then in the end I said, so could I have like your number, like add me on WhatsApp here, so we can continue this conversation? And she didn't tell me like, oh no, I have a fiance. I'm gonna get married. She told me, no, I don't like giving my number that easily. But
so hold on. So wait. So this woman who was supposedly getting engaged or married, she just told you, hey, I don't give out my number that easily.
Yeah, she said I don't give my number that easily. That was the first thing that came out of my mouth.
So
and I said, yeah.
So hold on. So either they was lying about her, whoever you was talking to was lying about her getting engaged. Either they was lying, or she's actually engaged and she's on some bullshit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Cause I didn't get the vibe that she said, oh no, like she doesn't want to talk to me anymore. I got the vibe like she's kind of like flirting with me. She's kind of like playing hard to get, but she wants me to keep talking to her. So she said, you know, I'm gonna come back tomorrow. Like want to talk to you, and we can keep talking. And
that's what she said to you. She said she's gonna come back and I can keep talking.
Yeah. She said I'm gonna come back tomorrow.
Well, first of all, hold on. First of all, did you say to her, hey, you know, don't you got a boyfriend, or ain't you, you know, you seem like you got a husband, like you ain't bring him none of that shit?
No, I didn't bring none of that shit, because I thought if I mentioned her husband, she might have shut me down. So I said, you know what, she's kind of like flirting with me.
But see, that's the thing. That's the thing, though. If she's really got a man, right, you don't want to fuck with her, period. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to fuck with her, period. And if she actually do got a man, and you know for sure she got a man, and she's still flirting with you on that shit, this chick you need to stay away from. You feel what I'm saying? Like, period. Those type of girls you need to stay away from.
Yeah, but it was one of those things that like she looks like so hot. Like when you see her, like one of those chicks that like so hot they just wanna like just hit it one time and then like.
But see, that's the thing though. That's the thing. She knows how hot she is. She probably gets this attention all the time. So what she could be doing is just using your attention to boost her up. You feel what I'm saying? To play around with. You feel what I mean? So, you know, unless she's in an open relationship with this nigga, you know what I'm saying? Then you need that. And this is why I be telling dudes. Another thing you got to understand about flirting is, with flirting, you still got to get information from chicks. You understand what I'm saying? You got to get information from women to see what they're about and see what they're dealing with and to see what's going on with them, so that you can say, okay, do I want to fit her into my situation that I'm trying to do based off the knowledge I know? So let's say if you flirting with this girl, you know, you telling her, hey, you know, let me get your number so we can get together again, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna be here, this, blah, blah, blah. Even before you say that, sometimes it's good to question her and try to get as much information out of them as possible. Now, sometimes chicks can lie. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? But let's say you got some information out of her, and then you found out that she does have a husband or a fiance, and it's true, but she still might want to fuck with you. Or let's say she's in an open relationship, so it's like she just does that shit or whatever. But you got to know some information so that you could figure out what your next move is. You understand what I'm saying? Because me, if I'm talking to her and she talking about she got a man and they monogamous and this and this and that, and she trying to sneak around it, I'm not, you know, at the end of the day, I know you talking about how hot she is. You feel what I'm saying? You're like, yo, this bitch is hot, I want to really fuck with. But you gotta show some more restraint from that type of situation in the long run, because you're gonna run into dudes who are super simps, who are on some extra simp shit, and you don't want those problems. Yeah. Trust me, you don't. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I feel.
Trust me, you do not want them problems.
Yeah, definitely. But it was one of those things that it's kind of like a challenge, you know. Like I know she looks hot, and she might have a husband, because her friends are saying that. But I just want to do this challenge, because, you know, the risk might be worth it.
Nah, it ain't. That's what I'm saying. Is, dude, I'm telling you, y'all guys need. I'm telling you, y'all guys don't want to. Trust me. You don't want to be on the other end of the bullshit. Trust me. Like, in some cases, you could, you know, because I know you like, oh, the challenge is fun and all that. You could, you know, I understand all that, and you're having fun and all that shit. But if you want to challenge, do that shit with a chick who ain't really fucking with no other niggas like that. You understand what I'm saying? On some serious shit. Because I'm telling you, don't ever underestimate the power of these simps. I'm telling you. Don't ever. Dude, there's a video I have on my channel where I was talking about simping is dangerous. Because it was one time I was talking to this chick. I wasn't even really trying to holler at her like that. You feel what I'm saying? I was not even trying to holler. I was just talking to her some regular shit. And this nigga who is not even with her is just a friend. One of them friend zone niggas was like looking like he wanted to start some shit. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm just like, look, man, you don't want to have to deal with none of that over no fucking chick. Like, don't ever play with your livelihood and your sense of well-being and all that other shit over some chick. Is not worth it. Because these chicks, you know, you get involved with them, they'll get you caught up in some bullshit with some other nigga, because they might be dealing with a dude who they like, and let's say he's like, they having little issues here and there, so she'll use you to get this nigga jealous, and instead of the nigga going to the girl and talking to her like, yo, why you fucking with these niggas, he gonna come to you. You feel what I'm saying? And step to you, and then now you gonna have to deal with that bullshit because of her. You feel what I'm saying? So
yeah, definitely.
So dude, that's what I'm saying. You got to get information out of these chicks. You know what I'm saying? You got to.
I was kind of like, no. Yeah, I was kind of like, let me not mention nothing about husband. Let me just get in.
Nah, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, you got to fucking you got to basically be on top of that shit.
Yeah, you know what's funny, because I told you I'm kind of like in a remote area, and as I go, because I go to college, not college as in university as in America, but college as in, it's kind of like school here in the UK.
Right.
But yeah, this college I go to, there's like a lot of like older chicks, and there's this older chick on my class. She's also married. She's like 26. I'm 20 right now, and she's 26. And like, yeah, she's married, but even though she's married, I tell you, she keeps flirting me.
Dude, you're obsessed with married chicks. What's up with you? Why are you so obsessed with married chicks?
I don't know. Look, bro, I don't know. Look, there was this time that it was like an independent study day, and whoever wanted to go to the classes, like was free to go, and if you wanted to stay at home and do the work, you could also do that. So me and her end up being the only two going to class, so we ended up like spending the whole day together. And I tell you, like she was like so clingy. She wouldn't leave me. She was like when she went to lunch because she lives nearby. She was like, oh yeah, so I'm going to lunch. Do you wanna walk me to my car? I kind of thought like she wanted me to walk to the car
dude,
and have some lunch.
I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you, you gotta get up off these chicks with niggas. I'm telling you, don't do it, because most of them too, they're just using you. One, if you're lucky, they're just using you for attention. That's all. I'm saying. If you're lucky, you feel what I'm saying? Because on the other end of that, she could be setting you up to for some bullshit. That's all I'm saying. Like I'm don't say I didn't warn you. This is what I'm saying. You gotta fall off that shit. You gotta fall off of that stuff. Like, yo, just yo. If you know for a fact that this chick got a man or she's married and all that, you gotta stay the fuck away from them. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm telling you guys this from experience, man. Because I used to do shit where I fucking, get with a chick. I knew she had a man or was married or whatever and all this other stuff. And luckily for me, shit didn't go left and crazy. You feel what I'm saying? Because there were times where I would fuck with them, but it was like I bounced real quick before anything could really, go down. But, lucky for me, that shit ain't pop off. But I know other people who are in situations where they, kept going. They kept fucking with this person. It got too crazy. And then now, they ended up in some bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? So, so I'm just telling you, don't keep fucking with that shit. You feel me? But yo, listen, I'm gonna try to get some more calls in. You feel me? And I want to thank you for calling through and stay away from the married chicks, man. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, man.
I appreciate it.
All right, peace. Yeah, man. You guys, you gotta stay away from that shit. You gotta stay away from that shit. Because these women out here, bro, you get caught up in that bullshit, you ain't trying to, you good. Crazy, I'm telling you, it's not worth it. I'm telling you, it's not worth it. What's going on? Who's this?
That was good, Mr. Stars. Shaka from CT.
What's going on with you?
Chilling, man. So yeah, shit's starting to finally get sunny over here. But let me talk to you, man. There's more and more chicks going outside, and everything's starting to look good.
Right.
One of the issues that I've been having is like, I can easily get the number. Like I can tell when a chick is attracted to me, but it seems like I need to work on like flirting and like asking the right questions. Like I've been experimenting, a little bit more, like playing around more and more with the conversation, have a little bit more fun, being a little bit more bold. But I know it's a number game. But do you have any like to go to questions or to go to things to say like to flirt with a chick?
Right. Well, this is the thing. First you got to figure out what your agenda is. Then by whatever your agenda is, that's where you get your questions from. All right. So for example, if I'm like, let's say if I'm at a party or whatever, and I'm at an event or something, and I see a few girls I want to talk to, but my agenda is to really just get some cute chicks that I could smash here and there. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just trying to hook up with a few girls, right? So when I'm talking to them, I got to figure out, is this the type of chick that I want to deal with? So that question to myself gives me the questions that I need to ask them. So for example, the type of girls I want to deal with are chicks who ain't got no kids, the chicks who chicks that are cooperative, who know how to cook. You understand what I'm saying? Like even if I'm just trying to smash, I want a chick who actually could make me a sandwich afterwards. You understand what I'm saying? Like little shit like that is my so then when I'm talking to her, that's one of the questions I ask myself to get the questions I need to ask her. So I say, is this the type of chick who I want to talk to? So when I'm talking to her and I'm having that conversation, I might say something like, So like, what's your thoughts on, like, having kids out of wedlock or something, just some shit like that? You understand what I'm saying? Then that creates the conversation to be like, well, she'd be like, well, I do have a son, or I don't have any kids, I'm waiting for this or whatever. So I'm asking those questions to get to that topic. You understand what I'm saying? If I say something like, yo, if I want to know if she knows how to make a sandwich or if she's submissive or whatever, you understand? I might not even ask her a question. I might ask her to go in the kitchen in the house party to go get me a soda. You feel what I mean? I'm like, hey, could you go in the kitchen and get me a soda real quick? And then based off of her reaction, if her actually doing it or not, that's giving her points or is taking points away based off her reaction. You understand? Then let's say if I'm trying to flirt with her to actually see how interested she is in sexually to me, you feel what I'm saying? I might ask her questions that have a sexual tone, and then also I'm going to also touch her in certain ways. And that's another thing guys got to understand. You got to learn how to touch chicks to be able to see how receptive they are to your touch, right? So I might be talking to a girl, and if I want to see, how sexual she is, I'll be like, yo, and this is times where, depending on how comfortable you are, is how bold you can be. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, if 10 is being real bold and 1 is being like, on the low end of the bold scale, you feel what I'm saying? I might ask a chick something like, so, on a scale of 1 to 10, how freaky are you? You understand what I'm saying? Or I might say, yo, are you, a lot of chicks, I'll be talking to a lot of chicks and they don't be having orgasms. Like, do you get orgasms? Like, what's up with, you with that situation? Now, again, how she responds to that is important, because if you're talking to a girl and she's like, oh, like, why would you ask me that? What kind of question is that? And blah, blah, blah. You understand? A lot of times girls, when they respond that way, they're not comfortable talking about sex, and they're not comfortable in their sexuality. And or some of those girls are really freaks, you understand? But they are embarrassed to talk about that in public, you understand? And it's so, if they're responding that way, you got to, again, figure out what type of girl she is. And you ask more questions to figure that out. So you would say something like, oh, so, are you like embarrassed to talk about sex? Like, grown people, they talk about sex. Like, I'm not going to judge you on that. I'm just like talking about that, right? And so based off her response to that, you figure out what type of girl she is and how interested she could or would be in you within that realm of interacting with her. So again, a lot of the questions and shit and the stuff that you talk to a girl with when you're flirting with her and you're talking to her, and also again touching her, you might touch her hand when you're talking to her, you might put your arm around her when you're talking to her, and then seeing how if she's coming into you, if she's making you, if she's leaving her hand in your hand, little shit like that is going to show you her interest. So a lot of the questions and the things you do are going to be based off of your own personal preference of the type of women you are trying to interact with. You understand? But again, you have to be able to know the shit you want to do first in order to prompt those questions in order to get the reactions you need to get from her. And it gets deeper and deeper as you go along, because you got to keep asking stuff. You got to keep, going back and forth to test and see how responsive and reactive she is to what you're saying. Because sometimes you're going to say something like something sexual, but then you're going to have your arm around the girl. And then she's going to respond sort of negatively to the weird, the sexual shit you're talking about. But then at the same time, she's letting you hug up on her. So it's kind of like a contradiction in a way. So you're going to be like, so is she into me or is she not? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So again, this is why you got to keep going deeper. You feel what I'm saying? You got to keep. So if you know what I mean? So like if you see that she's letting you put her arm around, your arm around her, and she's sort of standing there and chilling with you and moving in closer to you, but you asking her freaky questions, and she's like, what do you mean by that? Why would you say that? And again, you also got to look at her tone. Is her tone playful when she's saying to you, why would you ask me something like that? Or is her tone negative? Why the hell would you ask me something like that? Oh my God, you understand? Like, you got to see, and all of these little intricacies happen as you're doing it. This is why I tell guys, you got to start flirting immediately when you're dealing with women in general, because you have to become a master at seeing these little subtle details and cues. You understand? There's a lot of times that you don't get girls because you miss on the subtle details and cues that she's giving you that show you if she's interested or not. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is why I tell you guys, if you go to Bad Boy membership, You got to listen to that joint. 15 signs she's into you, because you got to know the fucking signs. You feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of times you miss out because you don't know the signs that a chick is into you or not. You feel what I'm saying? So you definitely got to sort of keep going deeper and deeper to sort of get to the crux of what she's about and what what she's going to basically be receptive to. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of times, like my dude Brian Bellamy in the chat room, he's saying that you gotta open strong. You understand, to weed the girls out, because if you're trying to just hook up, you gotta basically be the type of dude who she's experiencing as the type of dude who's not nervous to bring it to that level. You understand? Because then it basically gets her in a position where she has to shit or get off the pot. You understand what I'm saying? And so you know what I mean? Yeah, so you definitely got to be able to like give her that work immediately so you can see the responses, because everything literally with the flirting thing is, it's you putting it out there and you seeing the response, and then you responding back to that response. It's like a back and forth thing. It's a dance. You feel what I'm saying? And so you got to know how to do that dance. And a lot of guys don't know how to do that dance. They sort of drop the ball when they should have, kept it going. And sometimes guys keep it going when they need to fucking kill it and call it a day. You feel what I'm saying? Exactly. You know what I mean? So it's a skill that you develop over time as you continue to flirt with women, because you'll start to sense the feeling. See, and this is the part of the game that most guys don't get, and this is why, and this is something that I can never teach you. You understand? Or any coach or whatever can never teach you. There's certain things that you need to feel. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's certain things you need to experience that can't be taught or put into words, so that so when you feel it, the vibe that you feel will tell you where you need to go. You understand what I'm saying? And the only way you're going to get to that point is by you going deeper into the situation, so that you can get to that point where you get that feel. You understand what I'm saying? And you get that feeling of, okay, I feel the vibe of her being really receptive to what I'm doing. You understand? I feel that she is actually wanting me to take this further, or I feel that she's not feeling. I could feel the energy of her sort of just playing games or just being on some attention shit. But again, you don't know that until you are continuously practicing that shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it's like, I know exactly what you're saying now, because it's like that gut feeling, like, when you feel like you tour and flow, like, you're talking to
exactly.
the chick, so like, you forget, you two forget what the fuck you are.
Exactly.
So it happens,
Exactly.
Time, like,
exactly.
You're really feeling the chick, and she's really feeling you, and you're just, I forgot about that.
Right, because
I definitely did.
Yeah, because there's times when you're talking to a chick and you're going back and forth, and a chick will give you a look, and she ain't even she's literally not saying words, but based off of her look, you could feel that it's on. You could feel that, she's down. I see it. I can see it right now. And so the thing is, in order to get to that point, right, you have to be able to flirt enough to where it gets to that point, but also not just flirt with that one particular girl, but flirt with women in general. You feel what I'm saying? So that in general, you'll be able to have sort of that sixth sense of understanding what's going on or what's not going on. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's the part that guys are missing, because if you don't get to that point, there's a whole lot of the game that you're missing, because you have not stepped into that realm. Because it's the thing, dudes, they forget, a lot of this shit is energy. A lot of this shit is the energy that you're giving off, and the energy that she's throwing back at you. And that's the shit that's going to fucking determine whether or not things are going to go this way or is going to go that way. And then based off of every interaction, every single back and forth between you and the girl, there's going to be another back and forth on top of that, and another back and forth on top of that, and then it's going to either go down a direction of you and her making some shit happen, or it's going to go down a direction of you and her not making shit happen because of whatever reason. You feel what I'm saying? So
I had one last personal question.
Yeah, go ahead.
It seems like at my school, it's not huge, so I run into like the same people a lot. So picture like I would see a couple of chicks that I wanted to talk to, but like I'll stop them or whatever, and like I'm trying to put in work a little bit, like, but I'm not like flirting or anything. Like it's like I can peep up at the conversation, like they're cool, but they're not into me. And like I'll see them, I just like, oh, blah blah blah. You know, it's nice to meet you, Alex, or whatever.
Right.
And you know, I'll just end it there, and I'll see them again, like, oh, hey, what's up, Alex? How are you doing? And you know, like, just small talk, or whatever. Like, hey, what's up? How you doing, Alex? And just, keep it pushing.
Right.
But eventually, like, let's say I run into them a lot, and then like shit just starts to get weird. Like they start to like try to treat me like I'm creeping on them or some shit. I'm like, I'm running into you randomly. You know what I mean?
Right.
And just saying hello. Is that like their insecurity, or
of
like
course.
am I giving off a vibe or some shit?
No.
Like,
Listen.
For these bitches, I'm not too sure what's
And this is what
going
you got.
on.
This is what you got to understand about that shit. A lot of women, right? What they feel, they don't even understand that it's coming from themselves. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of because you got to understand, sometimes when you talk to a girl and you approach a girl, or you like, even let's say you're not even flirting with a girl sometimes, and she'll feel nervous just because you are talking to her, just because you're saying hi, because you're having a conversation. She just feels nervous in the presence of you because she just feels nervous. That's how she is. That's part of how she feels. It's like if I'm walking down the street and like, let's say a fucking white person who's scared of niggas, you understand, sees me walking down the street and they get nervous and they clutch their purse. That's not because of me. That's because of you fucking scared of black people. You feel what I'm saying? That's going on in your mind. You feel what I mean? So a lot of times where you just do little shit like that, certain women will react that way because that's how they feel on their own, with their own minds and shit. That's how they interpret the world and all that. So that's their shit. You understand? And Barbara 747 in the chat room said maybe because she doesn't know you. And Dirty Weasel said she's probably shy too. Well, the thing is, I would say that it could be a shyness. I don't think it's necessarily because she doesn't know you, because that to an extent, because she doesn't know you, she does get nervous. So I should say that could be what Barbara 747 was probably talking about. But at the end of the day, her nervousness or her acting weird like that, 159,000,000% has to do with her. Why? Because what you're doing is literally some normal regular shit. You feel what I'm saying? You like, yo, what's up? How you doing? How's it going? Blah, 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 blah. Just like any other person would do. So it's not necessarily like, it's not like you're actually going out there and you see her and you put her in a headlock and you fucking, give her, you know what I'm saying? Like you tickling her and you throwing her in the locker. So you know what I mean? You ain't doing shit. So her responding to that is basically her, feeling that way based off of how she's seeing you. You understand? So it's not really you. It's based off how she's seeing you. Because another person could do the same exact shit you doing, talking about, hey, what's up? How you doing? And she could feel fine based off of that person doing it. So it all depends on the person. Just like I said, I could be walking down the street, racist white person, clutch their purse. That same racist white person could be walking down the street, a white person walks past them, they don't do shit. So it's not me and it's not the white person, it's that racist white person's issue making them fucking act like that. You feel what I'm saying? And so you ain't got to worry about none of that shit. And then if she's acting like that, and she's acting goofy, right? And if you don't really want to deal with her because she's acting goofy, don't fucking deal with her. You understand? Until she gets her mind right, then you can deal with her then. You feel what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You feel me? So it's crazy with some of these chicks, man. You feel what I'm saying?
Because like lately, man, I was dead. So it's starting to get warmer. I started seeing like everybody playing the game. That shit had me in tears. Like during the winter, like no one could be found. But I see mad niggas putting in work. So looking forward to the summer.
Right. Yeah, it's getting hot out here, man. It's getting hot out here. You feel me?
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Mr. Locario.
Yeah, no problem, man. Peace.
All right.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that energy that you put out there with the flirting is serious. But guys, remember, I got the Easter holiday sale popping off up until April 16th, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Is up April 16th up until that day. You feel what I'm saying? So you join the Bad Boy membership and then you get the free products. All right, what's poppin'? Who's this?
Yo, this is John from Chicago.
What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, man? I appreciate your show, man. I've been watching recently, and you had some good tips. But I kind of have a situation. I've been hoping you could shed some light on it.
Okay, cool. What's going on?
So basically, I've been seeing this chick. I've been knowing her for quite a while already. She moved into town. She was, brand new. She didn't know anybody.
Mm.
And, I was single. She was single. So, I decided to make a move.
Mm.
And my friends told me, she kind of was in a bad relationship before, an abusive one. So, I guess, like, the term you use is simping.
Right.
So, I was kind of trying to be cautious, not come off too strong or anything like that. And, I don't know, I guess she wasn't really feeling it.
Mm.
She was like, no, John, you don't have to take me out. It's okay.
Right.
I don't want you to go out of your way to, like, try to pretty much impress me. I guess she was trying to say so many words.
Right.
So then, I'm like, fuck it. There's some other females out there. So I pretty much just, put her on the back burner, kind of ignored her a little bit.
Mm.
And then, her friends started saying, well, John, she kind of liked you. Why didn't you keep going at it? I'm like, well, I don't know what to do here,
Mm.
do you want me to turn it up, like, real hard or whatever? I just don't really get it.
Right. Well, the thing is when chicks, whenever a chick says some shit like, this okay, don't do that, it's alright, I don't, like when she's sort of giving that vibe off, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
That means that she's not really feeling you in that way, to where she doesn't want to feel like she's taking advantage of you by doing those things with you. You understand what I'm saying? Because she's like, well, I'm not really into this guy anyway, so I don't want to have to go through the thing, because I know he likes me. I don't want to have to go through this thing and then have to deal with a guy later on that I'm not really feeling, and I have to, dodge him and block him and do all this other extra shit. And on top of that, if she's came out of a relationship, she's still probably, fucking not getting over the other nigga. You feel what I'm saying? So, so the thing is, but this is what I want to tell you though, is that whenever you are dealing with a chick, right, just in general, right, you gotta make the shit about you. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta make the shit about you, because if you made the shit more about you, what could have happened was that she could have used you sort of as a rebound, right? And you could have got her because she would have just been using you as a rebound. But even though it was a rebound, y'all could have just hooked up or hung out and did some shit or whatever, and y'all would have had a little bit of fun and all this other stuff. But the reason why she would have done that was because she would have been gravitating to you based off of the fact that you're dealing with her on your terms and not dealing with her trying to make her feel good. Because you came at her trying to say, hey, let me come into your life and do something for you. You feel what I'm saying? So now she's going to feel the responsibility of having to deal with you. You feel what I'm saying? Versus if you say, yo, what's good with you? Let's come and hang out. I want to see you. I want to take you out here. Let's make something happen. I want to chill. Let's hook up, blah, blah, blah. And it's literally centered around you. Then it's her jumping on your bandwagon instead of her sort of trying to make the shit work for you through her. You feel what I'm saying? Because this is what women do. If a woman, like, women like to follow men. So if a woman feels that the guy she's dealing with, she's only dealing with him at him trying to like really accommodate to her, she's gonna feel like she's responsible for you. You feel what I'm saying? Or to do that, his phone cut out, whatever. But I'm gonna still go. So if you guys are doing that shit where you're feeling like, okay, I'm going at her in a way where I'm accommodating to her, she's going to attach all her energy and all her feelings and all her emotions and all of that to you and feel responsible for, what's going on in that situation. If you come at her where you're doing your own thing and you're getting her to join your bandwagon, you understand what I'm saying? Joining your fucking show, then she'll be okay with that because she doesn't feel any responsibility to you doing your thing or having fun. You understand what I'm saying? Because as soon as you make it about her, then she feels the responsibility on her. When you make it about you, there's no responsibility that she needs to do in your situation. You feel what I'm saying? Because dude was coming at it like, yo, let me do this thing to make you happy. Let me do this thing to help you out. I know you're feeling bad, so let me take you out to make you feel good. No. Listen. It's going to sound fucked up, but listen. I don't give a fuck how you feel. This is what I want to do. You understand? This is what I want to do. Do you want to come do the shit I want to do? Yes or no? And that's it. You feel what I'm saying? That's how you got to fucking approach women. You feel what I'm saying? This is why women gravitate to the bad boys. Bad boys say, yo, this is what I want to do. You down? Yes? No? Alright. Nice guys do, hey, what can I do for you? You feel what I'm saying? That's what it is. So dude was going literally in the nice guy route. And that's the shit you don't want to do. See, you're going to have women who are going to gravitate to you, who are going to come to your direction because they want to follow you. They want to follow your program. You understand what I'm saying? That's what they're trying to do. If you're coming at it where, oh, what can I do for you, miss? No. It ain't, nah, man, you fucking up. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the shit you guys gotta understand about that shit, man. For real, for real. So what's going on in the chat room, people? What's going on? You said, what if some dude's woman tell you, I bet you make women's pussy wet when they see you? What? Well, that's just her, flirting and shit. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Hey, sorry, this is Lionel again.
From where?
Quick question.
Who's this? We say your name again?
Oh, it's Lionel Ferreira calling from the UK again.
Oh, you come? What's popping? What's going on?
Yeah, but I forgot to ask you a quick question.
Right.
Basically, I'm living in the UK right now, but I come from. I was living prior in Portugal, and I have like a bunch of like school friends, and recently, like last summer, I went back and we like had like a little like get together, and like these high school friends, they got like pretty hot, and they were pretty much like being like cooperative, and one of them even said, Leo, while you're here, you gotta get a girl and hook up and have a good time while you're here. So when you go back to the UK, you can say you had a good time here. I said, yeah, definitely. So like basically, like they were like giving me a hint that they were like kind of still interested. So like, what's your perspective on the smashing like high school friends and kind of like long-term friends that you had like for a long time?
You talking about like what's my perspective on smashing a chick's friends?
On like on the chick that you grew up with like in high school, and you basically like grew up together like you were like 10.
Yeah, why not? You know what I'm saying? Like if she want to smash, y'all both grown people. You know what I'm saying? Y'all both adults. Then y'all smash. You know what I'm saying? Like, see, that's the thing. Like if you a grown ass person and you step into a chick like a grown ass person and she's mature like a grown ass person, then it ain't no thing. See, again, all of this again comes from you sort of figuring out the type of girl you're dealing with. This comes with the flirting. This comes with the having the conversations with the girls. You get all this information and then you know what you're dealing with. You feel what I'm saying? So if you know that you're dealing with a chick who's going to make it a big deal that you are going to smash, then that's the type of girl you might not really want to like smash too much. You understand? Or that's the type of girl you might not want to indulge yourself in. If you're dealing with a girl who she's mature about the shit, you could smash her, and it's a girl that you knew for a long time or whatever, it don't even matter, then y'all could definitely do that. But again, it's about you understanding who that girl is, and you knowing that this is a girl you grew up with or a girl you knew for a long time. You should already know what type of chick this girl is. You feel what I'm saying? And then if you know what type of girl it is, and she could deal with it, then you do it. If not, if you know she can't deal with it, if you know she's gonna be on some bullshit, if you know she's gonna be clingy, if you know she's gonna be on some nonsense, then it's best not to do it. See, you gotta at the end of the day have the strength to be able to evaluate a chick and then say, is she worth me fucking with her or not? You feel what I'm saying? Because most guys don't have the strength to do that because they don't have a lot of options. They're living in scarcity. So they're trying to fuck whoever. They're trying to fuck anybody that's coming through. You feel what I'm saying? So so that's what that is, man.
Yeah, it's more like a thing. Like I don't want to like make it like kind of weird. Like 'cause they were definitely like when they left, they was like, yeah, Leo, like goodbye. They gave me like a kiss on the cheek and like put their hand on my. You know how girls like put their hands on your shoulder, like
right.
Like in the sexual. They did that, and I was like, damn, if I smash these chicks, like they're my friends for a long time. I'm not really sure if that's good. Like afterwards, if the vibe's still gonna be like, I don't know how.
Right, and that's the thing. You still gotta see if they're trying to do that shit, because a chick could kiss you on the cheek and put their hand on you or whatever, but that don't necessarily mean she's trying to fuck you. You understand? That could just be how she's showing like friendliness and affection and all that other stuff. This is why a lot of times you got to turn the shit up. You got to make it blatantly obvious that you're trying to make something happen so that you can get the response where she has to address it. You understand what I'm saying? There's times where you sort of are on the fence with shit and you're sort of tiptoeing around shit, so then it gives her room to either tiptoe around shit with her response, or she might not even necessarily know you're trying to step to her. So the thing is, you have to make sure that shit is completely obvious so that she knows, okay, damn, this guy's really trying to get at me. And then once she knows that, she has to respond in a certain way. You feel what I'm saying? So that's really what it is. You feel me?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Definitely, man.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna holler at you in a second, though. All right?
Yeah.
All right, man.
Peace, man. Appreciate it.
All right. I had somebody that just called up in the phone hung up. I think it was a 9-something-7 joint. I think that was the number. Yeah, it was a 917 joint. So you could call back. Okay, here we go. Yo, what's poppin'? Who's this?
It was a 917 joint. So you can call back.
Yo, who's this? Yo, you gotta turn your computer down or your whatever you listen to.
Matter of fact, I'll turn it off.
All right, cool. So what's poppin'? Who's this?
Yo, this is Terry J. King.
What's going on? From where? Where you from?
Brooklyn all day.
Okay, that's what's up.
Even yesterday.
That's what's up. So what's going on with you?
Nothing much. I've been trying to game. I've been gaming a lot.
Mm.
My biggest thing is, I think now, is staying motivated.
Right.
Because, you do this for a while, and, dealing with the bullshit, some women know they got power, some women don't know how much power they have. But at the end of the day, they still, it's still like, I don't know. I feel like, don't take offense to this, but I feel like a lot of women are like adult babies. They're like, it's like they abuse their privileges,
Right.
So doing this day in and day out, it gets to your mental.
Mm.
Yeah, how do you stay motivated? How the hell have you stayed motivated? That's crazy.
Well, you know what it is too. The way that you stay motivated is to, deal with the women who are cooperative and cut off the women who are uncooperative immediately. See, the thing that kills your motivation is fucking with ain't shit chicks. You feel what I'm saying? When you fucking with chicks who are on bullshit, is gonna kill your motivation. You feel what I'm saying? What keeps your motivation going is literally dealing with the girls who are fucking with you in the way that they need to fuck with you. So, for example, you could be dealing with one girl, even maybe two girls the most, who's on some real shit. You feel what I'm saying? Who's actually treating you how they supposed to treat you, who's responding to you. It could be even one girl at a time or whatever. But the point is that you surround yourself by those women, so they're a constant reminder of what you should be doing, versus what a lot of guys do, which keeps them unmotivated, is that they either try to continue to fuck with a girl who ain't about shit, or what they're doing is that they keep running into women who are on some bullshit or who ain't about shit, and they're letting that get to them before they actually meet the girl who is actually about shit. So the motivation comes from the successes and all the fucking, women that you're dealing with who are really about what they're supposed to be about. You feel what I mean? So that's the thing, because the thing that's going to kill the motivation is the constant indulging in bullshit bitches. You feel what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. You feel what I'm saying? And also too,
All right.
also I'll say this last thing is that you gotta fucking understand that all of this shit is part of the game. So understand that the bullshit chicks you're dealing with, that's part of the game. So you can't necessarily, it's not like you're gonna like it, but you gotta understand it. You gotta understand that that's part of the situation. So that means that in order for you to get that one good chick, you might go through 10, 15 girls who are whack. You feel what I'm saying? But you gotta keep the flow going, because you might be on that 8th or 9th girl and you'd be like, damn, all these girls been whack. Then you go to the 10th and 11th girl, like, damn, these bitches is horrible. And then so it's like, how do I stay motivated? But in order for you to get to that 15th girl who was the shit, you had to go through the 1 through 14. But in order for you to go through the 1 through 14, you have to accept the fact that that's part of the game. You have to go through the nonsense to get to the good shit. You feel what I'm saying? In a lot of cases.
Yeah.
If you're lucky, you might find a few good things at first without going through the nonsense. But in most cases, it don't work out that way. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. The thing is, sometimes it goes past to even 20 or 30.
See,
and I'm going to tell you this, and I'm not shitting on you.
Right.
I actually went through a girl that clearly reminded me of Tiffany Pollard. And she was one of, Jesus Christ, man. I don't know. I need to smoke like a whole forest of weed or something.
Right.
She was that. But the thing is, like, it got all the way to the bedroom, and then it's like, it just ended and like cut short.
Right.
That just happens from time to time. You get her number, and then maybe it screws up during the texting back and forth, or you go on the date, and you're like, oh man, this doesn't look like it's working. Or you even take it further, you start making out, and then something just goes wrong, and it's like, but I realized in the game that can happen a lot, because stranger, I'm out of her social circle, I bagged her in the street, and I'm trying to get her to fuck as fast as possible.
Right.
So it's happening a lot. I mean, I've gotten some lays, but it's like, gotta go through 21. I gotta go through Mrs. Delicious. I gotta go through Johnny Blaze.
Well, that's the thing, and that's part of the game. But also, what a lot of guys gotta understand too is that, let's say, like, see, your success level of what you're doing, right, is always a reflection of your game. You understand? So each man is going to go through some rejection. Each man is going to, go through some of that bullshit, right? Now you're going to have some guys who are going to be more successful than others just in general. You understand what I'm saying? So you might have a dude who he talks to like 10 girls. Every 10 girls he talks to, he gets like, 3 or 4 girls' numbers and smashes 1 or 2 of them. You feel what I'm saying? Then you're going to get a guy who he talks to 10 girls, and then he only gets like 2 numbers, and then he never really gets to smash. Then you're going to have a guy who goes through like 10 girls, and he gets no numbers, and shit ain't popping off for him at all. You understand what I'm saying? And every time he goes to another 10 girls, he gets nothing, and shit don't pop off for him at all. Now, when that happens, because I get a lot of guys who say that shit, we're like, damn, nothing's working. I be talking to these girls, I know it's a numbers game, but, I'm not making shit happen. When you're consistently having failure over and over and over and over again, there's something that is heavily wrong with your game, what you're doing. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's why you always got to say, okay, what's really happening in the shit that I'm doing, which is causing these things to go down, for me to have all these rejections. Also, you have to say to yourself, what am I doing to get these wins? What am I doing that made this girl fuck me the other night? What am I doing that made that other girl 2 weeks ago want to give me head? You understand? So you got to sort of assess what it is. You understand? So a lot of times you have the guys who they're not getting any success. And so the thing is that they got to look at themselves and say, what am I doing to not get the success? There's a lot of guys who are starting to get more and more success. They have to ask themselves, what am I doing to get all the success I'm getting, and how do I continue to make it go down? So like you were saying, you know, you might need to talk to, you know, 20, 30 something girls, and then you get that one diamond in the rough type shit. Let's say you say, I want to up my odds, you know, every 20 or 30 girls, I want to get 3 or 4 of them. Then I want to get, 8 out of 30. You feel what I'm saying? But that again has to go with how you conduct your shit. You feel what I'm saying? That's what it's about. That's what it's about, man.
I don't know if I'm being mentally unhealthy.
Right.
I'm trying to do 6 or 7 days a week. Trying to do it for like 30 to 45 minutes of going out and just trying to build some romantic connection with the women that I meet.
Right.
Should I be doing it more, or should I be doing it differently? Like, am I?
So you're saying you're going out
as consistently as necessary?
So you're saying you're going out on dates, or you're going out to just literally talk to girls that you see out on, you know, on the street or whatever?
No. I'm going out in the streets, and I'm randomly walking up to women trying to get their numbers.
Right.
We're trying to. Well, that's not the main. I'm trying to create some kind of romantic connection.
Right.
Primarily.
Right. Yeah. Well, definitely do that. But also, like I say to other guys, you gotta exhaust all areas and situations, because what you're gonna find out is that certain things are gonna work for you more than others. You understand? Depending on your comfort level, depending on how comfortable you are in certain situations. So, yeah, definitely talk to chicks in the street. Talk to women if you go to like events or something like that. If you go to, you know, bars, clubs, parties, try to holler at chicks online. Do every fucking thing. Talk to girls in your social circle. If you know a dude who knows some, like if you run into your mans and you on the street and you like, yo, what's popping? What you got going on for the weekend? He might tell you, yo, I got this party I'm throwing. Go to his party. Meet the women he knows. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you got to do all the shit. You feel what I'm saying? Because what's going to happen is you might notice that you're meeting more women through your social circle versus approaching women in the street. So then you can
by far
you can utilize your time better by saying, you know what? Let me fall back on the street approaches and then just try to find more parties and shit that I know of that people are throwing, and I could go to that and then meet women that way. You feel what I'm saying? So it's really like utilizing what works best for you. Because me personally, I know for myself, I actually enjoy more meeting women at events. Like, I go to a lot of fucking events. You feel what I'm saying? And it's more enjoyable for me to go up to women and talk to them at these events or parties that my friends invite me to, and in their social circle to interact with the girls there. Now, I do still approach girls in the street here and there, but I don't really spend as much time because I just don't, like, personally have the time at this moment, but it's just more fun for me to interact with women at events. That's just me personally. You feel what I'm saying? But again, but I think is I try everything, because there's times where I'll meet a chick in the street and the shit goes well. There's times where I'll meet a girl through online and the shit goes smoothly. You feel what I'm saying? Then there's times where I meet girls at events or whatever and it goes smoothly. So the thing is, you got to exhaust all different avenues, because then you see how you work in different environments. And it's going to be different in different environments. The way you approach a chick on the street is going to be different than you're approaching a woman at a party. At an event, it's going to be different than you're approaching a girl online. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, definitely, man. Yeah, man. So that's what it is.
Yeah, I can see that. You know, you really know a lot just by based on the answers you given.
Right.
Would it be fair to say it took you some years to get to that level where you're like, all right, I'm good at this?
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah, I'm still learning shit. You feel what I'm saying? I'm still trying to, you know, figure out, because this is what I tell dudes. The game is literally about you. So you got to figure out what can work for you specifically for what you want to implement in your life to get what you want to get. Because like you said, yo, I want to build some romantic connections with these chicks. So what is the most efficient, beneficial, easiest way for me to get from point A to point B? You feel what I'm saying? So for me, a lot of the stuff that I've learned was over the years of me trying a whole bunch of different things out trial and error, studying other guys that were good at approaching women and talking to women and interacting with all that other stuff. And it's taken me a long time to understand certain things that at the end of the day benefited me, because I took it seriously and tried to figure this shit out for myself. So that's why I try to tell guys certain things that they can avoid, so they don't got to go through the same bullshit I was going through. You feel what I'm saying? But again, it does take time, and everything that, and like you're saying, everything that you're talking about also still takes time, because even if you go and approach women on the street, it takes time for a man to be comfortable enough to do that on a continuous basis to where it's beneficial for you. You understand? If you meeting chicks online, it's gonna take time for you to be able to understand the dynamics of meeting women online in the most efficient way to get them offline to come and meet you and make the shit happen. Same thing with social circle game. If you're talking to, you meeting women through these events and through these people, other people that you know, how to interact with them to really make that shit beneficial for you. You feel what I'm saying? It all fucking takes time to really get that shit going. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, did you go off because a while back when you were on television,
right?
Did you go off the momentum that? Because I'm assuming there were girls trying to holler at you because they saw you on TV. And I know you used to do your music thing.
Right.
I actually bought one of your music back in the day.
Right.
And funny thing is, I never listened to it because the girl actually stole my CD.
She stole
that
CD.
I bought from you.
Hilarious.
Which is I never got a chance to actually listen to the music. And then you got on television, and then I just assumed that you had momentum of women coming to you. Is that what made you go this route and start trying to get women?
Nah, the thing is, this is the thing. When I was on, because for those who don't know, who's watching, I was on a bunch of reality shows. The biggest one was I Love New York on VH1, right? So when I was on that show,
that's where Tiffany Pollard comes from. A lot of people was asking about that.
Right. So so that's where Tiffany was. Tiffany Pollard, that was in New York or whatever. And also I do. I used to do rap music. I don't really do the music that much anymore, but I used to do that shit back in the day, right? So when I was on that show, I remember what happened was when it first aired and it was playing and everything, and everybody was watching it. I was getting phone calls from chicks who I tried to holler at years ago. You feel what I'm saying? Chicks that I didn't even remember that had my number, was just calling up. I remember that first week when I was on TV, chicks was hitting me up, leaving messages on my phone, right? And I didn't call none of them chicks back. You feel what I'm saying? I was just get the fuck out of here. But anyway, but the thing was, also what happened on the flip side, right? I was getting chicks who was calling, it was weird shit was going on where I'd be in a train or I'd be walking around and chicks would recognize me off the show and they'd be like, oh yeah, let's get together and all this other shit. And then I had chicks take my number, and then all of a sudden I guess they would give it to certain dudes that they knew, and dudes was calling me up talking about, yo, when I see you, and they was trying to set me up. You feel what I'm saying? So the thing was, they thought because I was on TV and all this other bullshit that maybe I had a lot of money, that the fame was coming and all this other shit. So I was getting a lot of gold diggers and fucking these thoughts that's trying to be on some bullshit with me. You feel what I'm saying? So I was getting the attention, but the attention I was getting was from these bullshit bitches. You feel what I'm saying? So
none of them was real smashable situations?
Nah, not really. Because the only time I remember I was at a club, and it was me and 2 or 3 other guys that was on the show. And so at that point we was at the club, I was making out with a few chicks, you feel me? But it was I think I smashed maybe one girl off of that, and most of the other girls were fronting. And they weren't only fronting on me, they were fronting on the other dudes that was on the show. So a lot of the chicks, what happened was, they pretend, or they would be yeah, they'll be all up in your face. But when it came time to do shit, they wasn't really down to do shit. You feel what I'm saying? And so I've even met other people who know other celebrities, you understand, that were involved with, were trying to get with certain girls, and the shit still didn't go down. Like, did you see years ago? I think it was 2 or 3 years ago where and I talked about this before, where James Franco, the actor, was fucking in New York City, and he tried to get with that chick, and she exposed him, or like he sent her some message on Twitter or Instagram or some shit, told her, yo, come back to my spot, and she played him. You see what I'm saying? So that shit happens a lot. You feel me? Like, that crazy shit happens. So don't ever think that it's easier or whatever because of that shit. You feel what I'm saying? There's a lot of bullshit that goes on in those situations with that. So what makes it easy is that you'll get attention, but what type of attention are you getting? You feel what I'm saying? What's the motive? What's the because even my dude Ron Wills, go shout out to Ron Wills. All y'all make sure you go to Ron Wills and subscribe. My dude Ron Wills made a video the other day talking about you have to make sure you understand why a chick is choosing you. You feel what I'm saying? And so when I was on TV and doing all this other shit, I had a lot of chicks choosing me, you know, to set up their situation because they, you know, either they thought I was gonna be a simp and try to fuck with them, and they probably thought I had a lot of money, so they gonna fuck with me, and then I'm gonna start giving them money and doing all this other bullshit. And so they're choosing me not because they really, you know, not because they trying to really get with me and try to do all that. Nah, they're choosing me because I was the hot shit at the moment. And so they jumping on the bandwagon. You feel what I'm saying? Which is why all those girls that didn't call me was trying to call me, you know, after all that shit came out. And which is why I wasn't fucking with them. Because I already peeped game at that point. You feel what I'm saying? And then so I started to peep more game being within that little circle and seeing how these chicks will act and react. Like it's funny. Like I was at this club with some of the dudes from the show. And I'm talking to this girl, just, you know, having a conversation with her. So she's talking shit about one of the other dudes who was on the show. You feel what I'm saying? And he was there. And so I'm thinking she don't like this nigga because she's talking shit about him. And I'm saying to her, yo, why you talking shit about homeboy, whatever, right? And so the reason why she was talking shit about the nigga was because he wasn't really paying her no attention that night in the club, whatever. So then as the night went on, he actually came up to her and fucking, you know, just said what's up to her, and then she was all smiles and giggles and all the other shit because now he was paying attention to her. You understand? So a lot of these chicks, they be acting funny style and wishy-washy and all this other stuff just because they're intoxicated with the life and the fame and the money and all that other shit. And this is why I be telling niggas all the time where they be talking about, yo, if I got some paper, then it's gonna be easier. If I got this status and that status, it's gonna be easier. You know what's going? Yeah, you're gonna get all that attention. But what the fuck attention are you getting? What's the other shit you got to deal with? What type of women are you attracting where you have to deal with that fucking bullshit? You feel what I'm saying? And that's what was going on. You feel what I mean? So it was crazy. Yeah. It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Shit was wild, bro.
So that sounds almost scary.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's dude. I was getting prank calls from motherfuckers that I, you know, like people was calling my phone. I'm like, how the fuck these niggas got my number? Like, what's going on with this shit? This shit was crazy, dog. It was insane because that show was like the highest rated cable show in history at the time. You feel what I'm saying? That show, I Love New York, for those who don't know. I was on the first season of that. That shit was like the highest rated cable series in the history at the time. And so the shit was, I was getting, you know, certain attention from a lot of attention whores, gold diggers, and fucking thoughts. You feel what I'm saying? So it wasn't no, you know, most of them wasn't no quality women. You feel what I mean? So that's the thing. That's the thing, man. It's crazy.
Okay.
Shit is crazy. You feel me? So,
but
yo, man,
that's all I have for now, man. I appreciate you taking the time, you know,
definitely
knowledge.
You got me. I got you on Facebook, right? You on my Facebook friends, right?
Yeah, I follow you everywhere, man. I got you everywhere.
Yeah, hit me up, because you know I'll be in Brooklyn, so we got to make it happen.
All right, bet.
All right, man.
Bet.
Peace.
I'm about to order that book tomorrow.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. All right, man. All right, peace. Yeah, man. That's that, yo. Dude. That fucking shit, man. I be trying to this is why when I be telling y'all shit, I'm not just talking shit. I'm telling y'all from experience. I'm telling y'all from shit that I've seen other motherfuckers go through too. You understand what I'm saying? I'm telling you guys. Because niggas like, oh, if I got some paper up, soon as I get this money, I'm going to start getting these bitches. Okay, you're right. You're going to get them bitches. That's what you're going to get. You feel what I'm saying? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, soon as them chicks was hitting me up, I was like, nope. Nope. I'm like, who are you? No, I'm good. Thanks for playing. I'm fucking good. There's a reason why you see artists like LL Cool J and Snoop Dogg and all these motherfuckers who stay with they wives that they've been together with them for years. There's a reason for that shit. Because there's a lot of chicks that's out here that's on some bullshit. Valiant Gents, you said, is it better to ask for a girl's number or give it out? Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. I was saying you got it, depends on your how much work you want to do. You want to do less work? Give her the number. You don't mind putting in the work in? You take her number and you hit her up. But remember, the dynamic changes depending on how you do it. So if you want her to, if you want to start it off for her chasing you, you give her the number. What's going on? What's popping? Who's this?
Hey, what's up, Locario? This is Keaton Succeed.
What's going on, bro?
Yeah, man, I'm just trying to tell you about how they're, my mindset with the game and stuff.
Okay,
basically my mindset is this: like when I was a dusty ass dude, no girls were messing with me, right? And then once I started listening to your program and stuff and fixing certain things, now I start women basically paying attention to me. And I feel like that just puts me in a negative attitude because, it's kind of like that Mike Jones song, back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they're all on me. So
right.
how could I keep a positive energy, basically? Because every time I interact with a chick, I'll be interacting with her, right?
Right.
And then she won't reject me outright, but she'll just show that she's just feeling me. Like, she'll just give me those subtle, nonverbal cues that basically that she's not feeling me. So, and I've been constantly getting this.
Right, like, and I was telling you the other week, dude, I was like, yo, you gotta understand that that's part of the shit, bro. You're just you have to get yourself literally in a different flow, because the flow you're in now is a flow of negativity, a flow of rejection, a flow of all that other bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? So it's almost like, if you're the type of person who, let's say like if you eat a lot, you feel what I'm saying? You're in a flow of eating, so you're gonna continue to keep eating because that's the flow you're in. You understand what I'm saying? And then your stomach is going to be able to take in all that food. You're going to be able to, you'll feel hungrier sometimes because you're just in a zone of eating all the time. Like, that's what you do. You keep snacking. You're just doing all this other stuff. Your flow is to eat. Now, let's look at the opposite of that. A lot of times when you either start going on a diet or you change your eating habits or whatever, you don't have that same flow of wanting to eat a lot and putting a whole bunch of garbage into your stomach. But the reason why, you're having that, why those actions are happening in that sense, and the reason why the actions are happening in the other sense if you're eating all the time, is because the direction of where you're going, the direction of where you're putting your energy in. So your flow has to flow in the direction of you making shit happen and you actually having the positive experiences with the women. See, if you keep looking or thinking about the negative part of it, then what's going to happen is you're going to keep flowing in the negativity. So any situation that you're in, start to look at the positive aspect of the situation. So let's say you go up to a girl, right? You say, hey, what's up? How you doing? She's like, oh, I'm fine or whatever. And you're like, hey, what's going on with you this weekend? I think you're cute. We should get together and get some drinks, something, or get a coffee, whatever it is, right? And let's say she says to you, no, I'm not interested like that. I'm sorry. Or let's say she says, I have a boyfriend, or whatever it is, right? Now, you being in the negative flow, you might say, damn, you see, every time I talk to these girls, they reject me. Every time I try to holler at these girls, nothing really happens, blah, blah, blah. That's the negative flow, right? The positive flow is, with that same situation, you could say, oh, you know, that was cool. Like, I actually went up to the girl. I actually said something. I talked to her. I tried to make something happen. And that's what I actually pushed myself to do that. And I did it. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the positive flow of seeing the situation. So any situation you're in, you can look at the shit as negative or you can look at the shit as positive. You understand what I'm saying? You could talk to 25 girls in one day and not get a single number and be mad at yourself and say, oh, I talked to 25 girls, I ain't getting no numbers, that's bullshit. Or you could say, oh shit, I talked to 25 girls today, that's fucking great. I actually went up and put myself out there to talk to 25 women. It's all how you look at it, because the more that you look at the positive shit, it's going to reinforce positive feelings inside of you, which brings out the positive energy in you when you're interacting with the girls. Then when you put out that positive fucking energy, that's when you're going to start getting more results, because you are exuding positive, masculine, attractive energy. You feel what I'm saying? If you keep going down the fucking flow of you doing the negative shit, when you keep going into a one girl after another girl after another girl, all that negativity is going to come at you. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, it's going to come out of you, and that's where the girl's going to, you know, fucking feel that shit, and that's going to put you in that cycle of not getting shit popping with yourself. You feel what I'm saying?
But I feel you totally, bro. So I got to try to be more positive. But like I said, when I was a dusty dude, they weren't even trying to deal with me. But then, like I said, once I started following your program, now I started shifting a little bit. But I was still in that dusty dude mentality, because that's what I've been doing my whole life. So,
right, and then see, and
I'm in a situation where I'm not getting ass, and when certain chicks were hollering at me, like, where they were being aggressive and trying to make me holler at them, they'll talk to me, but you got to realize these chicks, they've been talking to guys, they've been getting hollered at so much that they have, like, finely tuned banter skills. And then me, I'm just sitting there like, what the hell? Like, I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. Like, I'm just, you got to realize that. So they have, like, these really great, witty comebacks, and I'm just sitting there like, damn, but it's looking whack, you know what I mean? Like,
but see, this is the thing. You were saying that, you know, you've been studying the game and shit, and you've been trying to make shit happen, and you know, you see that girls are being a little bit more receptive to you. But again, you were saying that, you know, they would say certain things and you wouldn't have certain things to say back, or witty banter to say and all this other stuff. That's still you in a process of you tightening up your game, which is okay. You just have to put yourself in that situation. Just like I was talking to the last caller, I said that a lot of this stuff takes time. You understand what I mean? This is why because I had this dude, I was looking, because I'll be always looking at all the comments and shit, right? I had this dude who commented on the fucking video, one of the videos I did or whatever, and he was like, yo, I like your information, but he was like, you be promoting your bad boy membership joint too much. And I'm like, yo, I'm thinking I don't promote this shit enough. You feel what I'm saying? Because the point of me having it is to get you guys in a situation where it's something that you're doing on a continuous basis, because you have to get yourself to the point where you are basically, you know, tightening up your verbal muscles, you're tightening up your game all the damn time. Because the longer it takes for you to get from point A to point Z, is the longer it's going to take for you to have continuous results in what you're doing. And so the longer that it takes for you to start, the longer it's going to take for you to get to that point. And so this is what I'm saying is good, that you're actually trying to put yourself out there. You're actually going out there and talking to girls. All you need to do right now is get yourself in a zone where you are not letting the little intricacies of what's going on affect you too much. Because I feel like it's still affecting you in a little bit in a way where you keep saying, well, you know, these girls will say something and then I don't know what to say and I won't respond, and I feel like, you know, this, and I feel kind of whack and all this other stuff. So you're still in a zone where you're not all the way comfortable with your game at this point. But then as you continuously put it in there, as you continuously go through it, you're going to get better and better. It's the same way where if a person's working out, you know, at first, if you're, you know, like overweight, of course, shit's not going to, you know, change within 3 weeks or a month and a half. It has to be a continuous regimen of you eating right, you doing the certain workouts continuously, and then you get stronger, your body changes and all the other stuff. It's the same fucking thing with the game. You have to be able to continuously do it.
Dudes, I see guys with, you know, beer bellies, and they're basically like basically interacting with and getting seemingly from the appearance of it like getting things going with really bad chicks.
Right.
These are guys that are like, I'm looking at them like, damn. Like, I'm not even hating. I'm just like, I just want to know what he's doing. Like, because I feel like I had certain chicks choosing me, but I said, oh, well, maybe I'm not ready. I got to lose weight. But I feel like, nah, not even that, because even your boy Miles Davis, you said he's a little bigger too. So it's like, you could still get, my mentality is, I don't know what area I have to improve.
Right, but see that
like, I'm just going through every little thing.
Right, but
I'm trying to see, all right, what's going on.
All right, and I already told you what you got to improve on. You got to improve on your confidence, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like that's the thing.
It's no different. Yeah. It's no. I know confidence, but it's no different when you're saying, well, you know, you're not feeling comfortable in a certain shirt, you have to change it on your. Or you said if you're wearing something and it's not comfortable, you have to change it. That's what I remember you saying on your audios, and I feel like, what if a motherfucker is just not comfortable with himself? You know what I mean? Just overall, just everything.
Right, but this is what I'm saying. The reason why you're not comfortable with yourself is because you're continuously making the outside, what's going on outside, affect you. You're continuously making what the women are saying affecting you. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's not what they're saying, it's not what they're doing. It's literally all coming from how you view yourself in relation to what's happening with them. Because if me and you were out, or you and another person was out with these girls, and they were saying some witty shit, and then another person might not even have nothing to say back to them, but that person's not going to look at themselves in a negative light or in a negative way. You're continuously saying, oh, well, she said this, and I felt whack. I felt like I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like you still have that.
It's already been like multiple girls where I was talking to them, and I'm like, man, this chick is very smart, and she has like the gift of gab, and then just talking to her, not even her beauty intimidates me yet, but then just her intelligence is like, damn, that's another obstacle, because I'm just gonna like, basically like, you know, I mean, how else could I put it? Just, you know, not come off that smooth, you know, not say the right thing, you know. And like
see, and you keep
just try to say something and just be wrong, you know.
You keep doing it. I'm gonna keep pointing it out every time you keep doing it. What did you just say? You said you're not gonna come off as smooth. You're not gonna. Every time you say that, you're reinforcing that in your own mind. This is what I keep telling you. You understand what I'm saying? Every time you say, "Yo, I might not be good at this. I might not be able to do this. She's smart. I might not be able to come back." Every time you say that, you're reinforcing that in your mind. Even let me tell you something. Even if the shit is fucking true, right? Even if it's true where you say, like, let's say it's a fact. You're like, well, you know, I don't know how. Let's say if somebody said there's this math equation, right? And then you say, well, I don't know how to do this math equation, right? That's a fact. You don't know how to do the math equation. But you knowing how to do it or not doesn't fucking matter. You understand what I'm saying? You have to be able to say, I can do that math equation, or I'm going to figure out how to get this math equation done. Stop saying you can't do the math equation. That's what I'm trying to say. Stop saying that you can't be smooth. Stop saying I can't get with this girl because she's smart and she does this. You gotta stop that shit. Period. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta stop that shit. And so that's what I'm saying. Every time you're doing that, you're reinforcing that negative flow. You're going back into the negative flow. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's the thing that you got to understand. Like, you got to get out the negative flow. And the thing is, again, like I was telling you last week, it's something that it takes practice. You have to continuously put yourself out there. You have to continuously, be in situations and pick out the positive shit about the situation. You understand? You have to take out the positive aspects of those interactions. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you have to from now on, when you start dealing with women, everything is the shit from now on. Everything is positive from now on, right? So there's going to be certain things that are going to be negative in reality, meaning that you're going to say, okay, this right here, I'm not really too excited for. This other shit, I like. You understand? But what I want you to do is I want you to focus on the shit you like. Focus on the shit that's positive. Focus on the shit that is going to be that positive reminder of what you should be doing. You feel what I'm saying? At this point, just focus on that for the next few months. So any interaction that you have, even if the shit seems negative as fuck, find something in the shit that's positive. You understand what I'm saying? Anything in there. Just anything. Stop focusing on that negative aspect of the shit. So even if you go up to a girl and you say hi to her and she doesn't say hi back and she just keeps walking, you be like, oh, cool, I said hi to this chick. That was fun. Positive. Anything. You understand what I'm saying? You say hi to a girl, she smiles at you. Oh, she smiled. Positive. Cool. You say hi to a girl, the first 3 girls ignored you. The 4th girl, you say hi to her, and she sucks her teeth. She's like, oh, I don't feel like talking to nobody today, right? Positive. She talked to me. She said something. She actually opened her mouth. It was a back and forth. Positive. I don't care what the fuck it is. Find the positive shit in there to focus on so that you can build upon the positivity so that when you start to interact with more and more of these girls, it's just straight positive shit you seeing. You feel what I'm saying? So
another thing that was happening was because of my situation, I usually typically wait for a girl to choose me, even though I know you don't recommend that. So I'll just do certain things. I'll be chilling, and then she'll start talking to me, right? And then I'll start talking to her back, and then maybe I'll like try to be playful a little bit. But see, my mentality is I don't want to be a simp, so I don't want to really say compliments to her. So I'll just like kind of be like tease her a little bit or whatever. And I noticed that sometimes when I've done that, that pissed them off, and then they just got pissed off and they weren't even dealing with. They just shut off, and then they're like, that was a wrap. So I'm thinking, damn, like, what do I do? Like, can't really compliment her because that's kind of whack.
No, you can compliment. You can compliment chicks.
Tease her too much because then she gets pissed off.
No, this is the thing. Remember, you can compliment girls. You can basically say whatever the fuck you want to say to a woman. What you have to understand is everything is about your intention. Do you understand? So you can compliment a chick, and it's just you're complimenting her because you genuinely find something to compliment her about. But then also there are times where guys will compliment girls, but they're simping. You understand what I'm saying? Their intention is to be a simp through the compliment, right? So you can compliment chicks, just you got to understand where your intentions are when you're doing what the fuck you're doing. You feel what I'm saying? So the thing is, again, and this is why I tell you guys, you gotta study the fucking game, because you don't want to get confused with all of this shit. You feel what I'm saying? Because like you were saying, you were like, oh, I didn't want to compliment her because I didn't want to be simping. No, complimenting a chick is not simping. Simping is trying to get something out of her through the compliment, or trying to impress her because of the compliment, or trying to get her to like you because you're complimenting her. You feel what I'm saying? So you have to understand those differences, right? And understanding those differences comes with you practicing the game and understanding what the game is. You understand what I'm saying? So you gotta understand the difference about that, but also at the same time, again, like you were saying that you were talking to the girls, you were teasing them, you were making fun of them, blah 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 blah. All of that shit is still good. You feel what I'm saying? And you were saying, oh, they got offended and all this other stuff.
Two of the chicks got offended.
Right.
They were feeling me at first.
And let me ask you something.
A long thing.
Right.
It was like very fragile. Like, damn. Like,
right.
That's all it took.
And let me ask you, was your intentions to offend them?
Hell no.
Exactly. So fuck that. You understand? If a chick gets offended by what you say, that's her fault. Especially when your intention was never to offend her. It's what it is. Because I could say to a girl, hey, I like fur coats. She'd be like, oh my God, I'm offended. How could you like fur coats? All these animals are dying and you're talking about you like fur coats. That's on her. She's offended by that shit. I was not intending to offend her. I'm just telling her I like fur coats. You feel what I'm saying? So you can't control if a woman's going to be offended or not. All you can control is what you're saying and your intentions about what you're saying. And your intentions when you're dealing with these girls, I'm assuming most of the time is you're trying to get with them, you're trying to get to know them, you're trying to date them, you're trying to have sex with them, and your intention is to never do anything fucked up about anything. You're just trying to do your thing. So don't fucking worry about if they're offended or not. You feel what I'm saying? Like, don't worry about that shit. And that's the thing, like, and this is what I was saying earlier about understanding who you are and what you're about, and knowing that women want to follow a man, basically. So you have to tap into.
I noticed that.
Right, you got to tap into your masculinity.
Bro. That's one of the things that I noticed.
Mm-hmm.
That you know, women, you have to give them instructions and stuff.
Right.
That's something that I noticed.
Right, and the thing is, you have to tap into, you know, your masculine presence, period. Because and that comes with confidence. That comes with you being sure of yourself. That comes with you being comfortable with yourself, just period. Because once you get that down, once you understand that, everything else is going to fall into place. Once you understand that, the reactions that women give you are not going to bother you. You know why? Because fuck their reaction. You understand what I'm saying? Their reactions doesn't matter. You understand? Their reactions are only relevant to you based off of what is relevant to you. You understand what I'm saying? And so if you say, well, you know, I want a chick who's going to cooperate. If she's cooperating, that's her reaction. That reaction is relevant to you because you want a girl who cooperates. You understand what I'm saying? If you're telling a joke and your intention is to, you know, be funny, and she gets offended, that's not relevant to you. It doesn't matter, because my intention was not to offend you. My intention was to have fun and chill, and you're getting offended. I don't give a fuck. You go get offended over there. I'm going to keep it moving. You understand what I'm saying? You can't worry too much about these women, but also you can't worry about getting any one particular girl. You have to understand that you're going to get women as a byproduct of you being who the fuck you are. You understand what I'm saying? And so that has to come across overall, but also, again, it has to be something you practice and something that you do over time, because you're working with years and years of conditioning of you feeling like you might be whack, or feeling like you're a loser, or feeling like all these other things, and you're still in that zone. You feel what I'm saying? So it's going to take time for you to get to that point, to reprogram your mind and to get it into your head of, you know, you understanding who the fuck you are and what you're about. And that's the thing that's going to make chicks gravitate to you at the end of the day. All that other little minuscule shit of worrying about what they gonna think, or worrying about a chick, being witty and all this other stuff. You should like that you talking to a girl who's witty and who has some sort of banter and knows how to speak. You understand what I'm saying? Most of these girls, their social skills, their social skills suck. You understand what I'm saying? So don't be intimidated by a girl who's like that.
I feel like I need to work on. I need to work on like a chick who's on that lower level, so I can build it up.
Say that again.
Like work on a chick who's that I could basically finesse her, and then slowly gain my skills. You know what I mean?
Right, but see,
because I feel like a girl that is that smart, like you gotta realize these chicks, they're so smart. I feel like, man, they're just gonna play my ass.
But that's the thing.
I don't even realize, man.
That's the thing. If you talking to a girl who's smart, that's gonna step your game up even more because she's smart. You feel what I'm saying? That's like somebody saying that's like somebody wanting to be a boxer, and they say, look, you could box with Mr. Locario, or you could box with Floyd Mayweather. You feel what I'm saying? Who you think is gonna step your skills up? Floyd Mayweather. If you box with Floyd Mayweather, that's better than boxing with me. I haven't boxed a day in my life. You feel what I'm saying? So it's better for you to step up to the person who's going to make the shit a little bit to step your shit up. You feel what I'm saying? Thank you. So
yeah, bro, some of these girls, they run, like, you even know, man, they run game on these guys, man. For real. And
they run game on them literally because those guys haven't stepped up their game. Their game is weak, so these women are able to run game on them.
I see it all around me, bro. I see it all around me, man.
Right. And
I see more simps than pimps around me.
Right. and that's what happens a lot. And so for your situation, and this is what I keep telling you, is that you got to get yourself to the point where you're stepping up your shit in all these different areas. You got to step up your confidence. You got to step up your verbal game. All these things have to happen, and don't run away from those smart chicks. You understand? Don't run away from those witty chicks. Like, you want to be around them, even if you're gonna be like, damn, well, she said this or she did this, and I feel bad or I feel a certain way. You feel what I'm saying? Accept that feeling, because that feeling is going to tell you what you need to work on. You feel what I'm saying? it's going to say, you're going to be like, damn, I feel this way. Okay, cool, I feel this way. How do I work on that? How do I make it better for me the next time? You feel what I'm saying? How do I increase my chances to have a certain outcome or a certain interaction when I'm doing this and that with these girls? You understand what I'm saying? And it works by you putting yourself out there and you continuously working on your stuff. And also, again, like I was saying, look at those positive aspects. Focus on that shit to continuously be in that mind frame of whatever you're trying to do. So when you see that girl who's a smart ass chick and you talking to her and she, you know, she's intelligent and she knows how to talk, that's a positive thing right there. You're like, oh, this is fucking great. I get to banter with a girl who knows how to talk, because that's going to step my verbal game up. Because imagine you keep running into those girls who's on some smart shit, who knows how to talk, and then you run into a next girl who's kind of like regular. You're going to blow that chick out the water. You're going to blow her mind because you've stepped up your verbal game through dealing with those girls who were smart, who knew how to talk. You feel what I'm saying? So don't run away from that shit. You have to embrace that shit. You have to embrace the shit that's going to step up your game. You feel what I'm saying?
Taking it as positive, like you were saying.
Right. And you got to see that as a positive thing. So even if you're talking to this girl and you let's say run out of stuff to say, or you're nervous or you don't really know what to say, take that information in. So you can say, damn, I was nervous. And then you say, why was I nervous? Oh, okay, I remember I was nervous when she said this. And when she said this, I didn't know what to say. And then you think about what she said and you're like, okay, she said this. What could I have said when she said this? Or what could I have come back with when she said that? You understand? So you think about that. And by thinking about that, you step up your game by you even practicing your shit while she's not even there. You feel what I'm saying? So that you're being able to practice how you will respond and react to when chicks will say this or say that or say that. And a lot of times what women are going to say is going to be all over the place sometimes. But what you're really doing is that you're practicing your verbal skills to become quick at going back and forth with a chick. And just in general. You feel what I'm saying? So when you meet another girl who's witty or who's smart, you're able to go back and forth with her. And this is the thing. You don't have to be smart or as smart as a specific girl to fucking, have conversations with her. You understand what I'm saying? If anything, if you feel a girl is smart, you can use that in your game to fucking make your shit go down. You understand? Because let's say you're talking to some girl, she's saying some smart, witty shit, you think she's smart, and you be like, yo, listen, I hear you talking all this shit, you sound smart as hell, and you know, chicks who are smart turn me the fuck on. Like right now, I'm just getting real turned on right now, and my dick is harder than a roll of quarters just hearing you talk that shit. Like, what's good, girl? What you doing next week? We got to get together. I don't even want you to fuck me. I just want you to just talk that smart shit in my ear. You feel me? That's just turning me on, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny shit. Like, you're just bantering with them, and then you're just, having fun with the shit. Like, you don't got to take it so seriously. And the thing is, by you being able to say things like that, it shows the girl you're comfortable with yourself. It shows her you are, confident. And that's the thing that attracts them to you. You feel what I'm saying? That's the thing that attracts them to you. It's not, they don't need you to sit there and spar smart words with them and talk some extra crazy. Nah, you just having a conversation. You just being fun. You being yourself. You being you. You're interacting with them. You're okay if she gives you the number or not. You're fine if she's interacting with you or not. You're good. Period. And that's the thing that's going to make them attracted to you in the long run, because you are practicing that shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, bro, I know the confidence attracts them, because that's what I was doing, man. Like, but it was all a front. So I'll be fronting that I'm confident and it'll be attracting. But then as soon as they, basically, I feel like they're just calling my bluff when they start. Right,
and that's what I'm saying. You can't fake the confidence. You can't fake the confidence, bro. I'm telling you. You can't fake the confidence, and that's the thing. That's the thing that I'm talking about. Like, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. My bad boy seminar, I go way deep into confidence. You feel what I'm saying? Where I'm talking about how to really, be confident, because a lot of times guys don't really know how to be confident, because you can't fake confidence. Fake confidence is a contradiction. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you can't do it. It's impossible. You feel what I'm saying? Because By faking confidence, you're not confident. You feel what I mean? It just doesn't work that way. You're either confident or you're not. And so you have to be confident within yourself, period, because it has to be something that that you're about, that has nothing to do with nothing else but you. You feel what I'm saying? If you're looking for social cues or for women to act or react in a certain way for you to feel confident about yourself, then you know you're losing out. You feel what I'm saying? So the thing is that you gotta be just confident on your own, and then when you are interacting with these women, that comes out. It can't be that fake confidence, because again, they're gonna notice that. They're gonna notice that you're not really being authentic. They're gonna notice that what you're putting out there isn't real. You feel what I mean? The fake is always gonna get exposed. You feel what I'm saying?
It did, and it has been, and I know that all too well already. Like,
right?
Because I've done it. I was fronting, and then a bad chick will be like choosing me and shit. I'm like, oh shit. And then as soon as she starts coming up to me and shit, and like basically, you know, interacting with me heavily, you know, on more, then I start, like I said, I start getting nervous, and then like I said, she called my bluff.
Right, right. Nah, I feel you, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why you really gotta practice, you know, talking to women, all that shit.
That, the way I was able to, a bad chick was able to feel me on that level, even if it's just initially, you know, I'll take the positive out of that.
Right, exactly. And see, that's what I'm talking about. See, you're sort of getting what I'm saying now. You know what I mean? Like, taking the positive aspects of that, but also you still want to work on your confidence so you don't come across as faking it, because you don't, you know, by you sort of trying to fake it, it's already gonna come across as something that's not, you know, real. You understand what I'm saying? It's not gonna come across like that. You understand? And the thing is, you have to be able to. It has to be something that's authentic for them to feel the authenticity, for it to really be a real thing. You feel what I'm saying? That's what you gotta understand. It's a presence. It's an energy. You understand? Like, it's to the point where, and this is how powerful confidence is. Confidence is so powerful that what you're saying doesn't even need to make fucking sense. Do you understand what I'm saying? What you're saying doesn't even need to be right. But if you're confident and you are sure of yourself and you're saying shit, and you're saying it in a way where you believe the shit that you're saying, you believe what you're talking about, you believe it so much, what's going to happen is that people are going to sort of question whether or not what you're saying it has any validity, literally, for the fact that you're being so confident about it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you, like, it could be some stupid fucking shit. You could say to somebody, look, the fucking sun is purple and orange and green. And they'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, dude, the sun is greenish purple. You understand? And then so they're going to be like, what are you talking about? And they'll be like, dude, listen, there's been a study and they show you in this thing that it's greenish purple, and when the earth turns this way and this and that, dude, you gotta trust me, I know what the fuck I'm talking about, blah 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 blah. So now a person might say, oh, let me I guess I should double check that. Let me double check that and see. The fact that they even thought about double checking that and see came from the fact that the nigga was so confident about what the fuck he was talking about. You feel what I'm saying? Even though what he was talking about was some bullshit. So that's what I'm saying. Like, the confidence is extremely, 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 extremely important. You understand what I'm saying? Because confidence is a thing that will sway a chick who wasn't really even checking for you to start checking for you, because of how you're coming across, because of how you're putting yourself out there. It's literally that fucking simple. You understand what I'm saying?
It's that uphill battle, because you gotta realize, even though the possibility is that I could get with a bad chick, my whole life I've never even been around them. So it's like, you gotta realize, never being around them, and then now they're putting in front of your face. It's like, goddamn.
Right.
Right. It's crazy, man.
Right.
Even when I'm drunk, I can't even be comfortable around these chicks.
See, and again, that's something you gotta work on, bro.
Even when I'm drunk, bro.
That's something you got to work on, man. That's what I'm saying. You got to work on that shit.
But usually when I'm drunk, bro, I can talk to anybody. But
see, you got to be able to talk to people. You know what I'm saying? Just whenever. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have to go through all that drunk shit, none of that shit, to try to make nothing happen. You feel what I'm saying? And so, you know, it's crazy. It's real talk. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you just gotta focus on you being confident, being comfortable with yourself, and getting to that point. You feel me? But yo, it's almost, what time is it? It's like 5:30, right? Yeah. So
yeah,
I'm gonna have to end this.
The knowledge, man.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You're a true mentor on the game.
I appreciate it, man. But yeah, just keep you know, working on everything you're working on. You feel me?
Thanks again.
All right, man. I'll holler at you. All right. So guys, it is almost about that time. Oh, we got Super Sean in the chat room. I didn't even realize that. What's popping, dude? But listen, I gotta run. What I want you guys to do is remember that I have the Easter holiday sale. What you need to do is go to badboymembership.com right now, and when you join the membership, you are going to get 3 free products. And what the free product is the Bad Boys Guide to Dating, which also comes with the Step Up Your Dating Game audio seminar and the audio seminar, The Simple Way to Talk to Women. And the Step Up Your Dating Game audio seminar has the audio where I describe how to get threesomes, because every dude is hit me up, yo, how do you get a threesome? How do you get a threesome? If you want to know how to get a threesome, make sure you get that audio, and you can get that for free if you join the Bad Boy membership between now and April 16th. Okay? Between now and April 16th. After April 16th, the sale will be off. And, you know, those 3 products combined is $297, but you're getting all those things for free. And this is the Bad Boys Guide to Dating DVD. Okay? This is the DVD. This is like the big DVD. And this is the only time that I'm actually giving this out for free ever. Okay? So even if I do another sale, this is not going to be put out for free ever, because I was not going to do it. You understand? I was talking to my dude Miles and my peoples, whatever, and I was like, okay, should I put this out for free? And I was like, fuck it, because the sale is 2 days. Okay, there's 2 more days left. So make sure that you go to badboymembership.com. When you join the membership, you're gonna get all those products for free. All right. So that's pretty much it. Guys, I will holler at you guys next week, man. We had a lot of people up in here. We got Super Sean. We got Sticky E, Dirty Weasel. Who else we got up in here? Neil Brooms, Valiant Gent, GGR, Casey McLure, Staying Ready, Justin Bing. Damn, we had a lot of people up in here. We got my dude Harrison George. We got M. Lodi, Trinity 5722. Who else we got up in here? Adam Aben Rahim. It's a lot of motherfuckers in here. But yo, Barbara 747. Shout out to you, Andrew Jones. Kathia Reeve, we had up in here. Got a few people up in this piece. Brian Heights was popping. So listen, guys, I will see you guys next week. Make sure you take advantage of the Easter holiday sale, and I'll holler at you guys later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. I'm out of here. Later.